post-match press conference of the match between...
Sometimes people have sex in different ways.
69.
And one way is a type of sex called oral sex.
It's really good. You know,
I don't particularly enjoy it.
set the right tone, set the standards.
No, it's not one of my favorites.
And knowledge and also experience from different people. And
Only if you're doing it right.
I am very good.
Every man thinks he knows which positions women love, but most are completely wrong.
All right, welcome back to the straight red card. When I can't talk today. Anyhow, we you got your Twitter back. That's good.
Unfortunately, I'm having an error with the stream on Twitter, so I'm removing it, add it back up.
Oh no, fuck! And we just found out last show, of course, how so many people watch the show on Twitter. So a lot, shitload, half the audience. So fuck us. All right, I shouldn't have said that. Anyhow, it's too late. Welcome back.
It's too late to fuck us? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. It's never too late, except, I'm getting pretty old, so you better hurry up. All right, so, funny thing, I've been teaching about, in school, Ralph Waldo Emerson for 3 days, right prior last week.
Were you looking for him?
I wasn't, but that's a funny joke. Ralph Waldo Emerson being a part of the American Renaissance literature, great writer, poet, essayist. Anyhow, he wrote a little piece called The Transparent Eyeball, where he, very concisely proves that as far as he's concerned, nature proves the existence of God. Just the mere fact that nature exists proves that God exists, which is, a little bit of a jump if you're a rationalist or whatever. So anyhow, I've been talking about this for days and how the church was a little suspicious of Emerson, even though he's a former minister, because he would say, hey, anyone can connect with God. All you got to do is go out in nature and you'll be able to, and become a transparent eyeball and see things as they are. You can connect with God. And the church didn't like this because they're like, no, we want mothers to come to church to connect with God. We don't want them just going out walking in the woods and connecting with God. That's not good enough. Come to church. So they're a little suspicious. Anyhow, one of the questions on the essay test was, why was the church suspicious of Emerson? And one of the girls answered, because the church didn't believe in God.
No, of course.
After days of talking about this, it's like, where were you? We went over this. We talked about Protestantism, Catholicism, how it all related, and his view of the divine and nature. And it's like I said nothing for 2 days. Anyhow, we got a lot of stuff to cover today. Obviously, we're going to go through all the players that have a shot, at least, to be on the U.S. men's national team and how their club seasons went. And then we'll give them a grade. And I think we have our little grading system I sent you, Brett.
Yeah, I got it pulled up.
Okay. And we'll explain the grading system before we start grading. But before we get there, I guess we got a little,
some fluff. We got some topics.
Fluff.
Yeah. Let's give them some fluff. Derek, you were big into the tennis when you were younger, yes?
I played tennis. I was the 23rd ranked player in the state of Indiana in high school. My brother was second.
While playing tennis, did you have any wardrobe malfunctions?
No, but Rod Snyder once served I would guess over probably like 120 mile per hour serve that was a little long and I couldn't get out of the way of, hit me right in the nutsicles in front of my girlfriend at the time who was watching. And that was one of those moments you're like, did that hit square? Yeah.
Am I bleeding?
Yes, it did. I dropped to my knees, baby. It took me at least 2-3 minutes to even get up and walk. It was painful.
Army crawl yourself off with one arm, the other one's pumping your nuts.
I mean, with my girlfriend Jessica watching, it's pretty embarrassing. Anyhow,
I stumbled across this video. The guys are always wearing the shorts, the polos, and whatnot. But girls, what do the girls rock when they play? Usually,
shorts.
They usually wear skirts or skirts.
In soccer?
No, in tennis, dude.
Oh, in tennis, yeah.
This was making the rounds, and this is like, this video of this female tennis player's going viral because of a wardrobe malfunction.
Okay,
I'm gonna play it. You tell me what you see.
Okay, I'm looking. Okay, it's a little high. That's a little high. A little high. Okay, she's got.
Now.
Whoa! I didn't see anything. I didn't see anything.
You didn't see anything?
Nope.
You know why?
Why? Nothing happened.
She was wearing a skirt underneath that skirt. Whatever, the little shorts. But they're pink and they blend right in with her skin tone practically in the outfit.
Yeah, right.
But people are like, "Oh my god, this is a malfunction." I'm like, are you blind? You not see?
Oh, they want it to be a malfunction. It's not.
It's a blue check mark hit piece, basically.
Yeah, dumbasses. All right.
I have to start watching tennis now, though.
Nah, don't. I mean, listen, there are no really great Americans. There are some good Americans playing tennis. Not that it's all about rooting for Americans, but I like the game today is so ridiculous. I couldn't imagine playing it. I really couldn't. Like the pros today and what they do, like there are no serving volleyers left, right?
Yeah.
You get slaughtered serving volleying. People are hitting the ball back so fast, you get killed serving volleying, except for maybe Wimbledon people do it. But that's about it. That's on grass. Everywhere else, it's just too slow to serve and volley on a regular basis. And and then Yannick Sinner is winning everything. And I love the fact that the Italians are going crazy that they have the number one player in the world now. But his name is Yannick Sinner, and he comes from a predominantly German-speaking town in what used to be a part of Austria, but is now part of Italy. Okay, he's Austrian as okay. His Italian's pretty damn good, but I mean, I wouldn't know. I just know his German's fantastic. Anyhow, that's fine. I guess they can get excited about that because I mean, you got to get excited about something in Italy.
Yeah,
it is not the soccer team. So there you go.
Yeah. Mr. Magote says just got his USA versus Germany tickets in Chicago. I'm looking at some tickets for the game. I know Chad's going to go.
He's just looking at them, though. He's
looking. No, I haven't pulled the trigger yet. No, I might be looking at the third tier tickets behind the goal, all the way up in the nosebleed section for just under $100.
You and Chad?
Yeah, debating on it.
How much?
Well, the ones behind the goal are like $86 or something like that. But that's
those are
third tier up. Up here.
Yeah, way up there.
Not down here, but way up here.
Like the ones I might have a heart attack climbing to get to.
Yeah. they got an elevator. You get the parachute.
I'm not getting on an elevator. Fuck that. I'm not parachuting either in. No.
Parachuting in would require you to what? Get into an airplane. We all know you're not a big fan of airplanes.
I'm not getting into that, and I don't like elevators either. I'm risk averse.
Derek, let's we know I-65 is a shithole when it comes to driving up to Chicago. It's just such a pain. Yes, you lose an hour just up at the right there where the intersects with 94 and everything.
And yet I drive it every day. Isn't that crazy? To get to my job.
Well, I mean, just you go to but you won't go.
I'm on it for like 8 minutes. Yeah,
you practically you go to 96. Yeah, it's exactly. You're only there quick. You're not going to Chicago. However, if you ever wanted to avoid I-65 up to Chicago, you could always just jump into a plane. A little hopper there.
Nope,
you're there in less than 30 minutes. Done.
Not doing it. Nope.
But
not doing it.
Derek, here's the problem. If you take a plane up to Chicago,
which I've done 1,000 times,
Delta is no longer offering free snacks and drinks.
Because
150 miles an hour. Or 150 miles. I mean, not an hour.
I mean, listen. When you fly to Chicago from Indianapolis, you basically get up in the air, You get straight for 5 minutes, and then you're descending.
Yeah. Well, it's like
that fast.
people are losing their minds because they're like, oh my god, they're stopping off. They're not offering snacks for drinks for flights that are under 350 miles. I'm like, you're barely in the air.
What is it? A 30-minute flight? 40?
Yeah.
At best? Yeah.
Pack your own snack for that if you want. A little, whatever.
Shit.
I mean,
give me a break.
You don't need a drink for that. That's like a 45-minute flight.
Bring your
Maybe
own
an
drink.
hour and some change. Who fucking who? I don't know.
Sneak your own drinks in.
Andrew threw in the Delta CEO received 27.1 million in 2024, but we can't get our fucking peanuts, Derek. We can't get our peanuts flying on their planes.
Bring your own
27 million.
Peanuts. There's nothing against bringing your own peanuts.
Biggest fucking nothing burger ever to get pissed off about.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, if I was flying to California, that might be a bit of a different situation.
7 hours, 6 hour flight.
You need a drink, yeah,
Yep. All right. Yeah. Fuck you. Fuck that complaint. Next.
For bitching's sake, quite frankly.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's not a really good transition to this. You sent this, and I laughed my ass off.
Oh, pop it up. Oh yeah, this is horrible.
Rate my Scarlett Johansson drawing out of 10. Hey, you know who that is?
Clearly is somebody who plays for Man City. Clearly Holland. That is clearly Holland.
That's his hair too. Yeah, he doesn't have a shirt on, so he's he's topless.
I mean, it doesn't really bear. The nose is so wrong on that. That's nowhere near Scarlett Johansson.
It's too good of a drawing of Holland to not be Holland.
Yeah, it's got to be Holland. It's got to be done with purpose. Yeah, I'd agree with that.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a pretty good drawing of, to be frank,
Of Holland, yes.
Yeah.
It's pretty phenomenal.
Now, if you took his hair and you bunned it up and everything like that, then all of a sudden you're like, oh, there it is.
Well, no, because after the games, he always takes his hair down.
That's true.
Yep. So I've seen him like this too.
Yeah.
And all his Viking glory.
I'm going to share the audio on this next one. I mean, Derek, I know you grew up in a time period of commercials talking about certain events that occurred on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe they're making a comeback. You never know. Let me turn this volume down because I have no idea how loud this is going to be.
Yeah, this is crazy, dude. And I checked it for AI. It's not AI.
Not be if it was AI.
All right, now what is he doing? What did he have? A heart attack? He have a heart attack?
Lost control. Like, the gas is stuck.
Do you think?
I don't know, but I mean, this is a relatively small little area.
Yeah, and he just plows through them.
That's he barely gets to rev. He's one jump. That's hardly a jump, by the way. Look at that.
Yeah, it's just a hop.
Yeah.
And
still on it.
And then he just drives through the cloud going full speed.
Wow!
Sorry. Oops, my bad. Oops.
And he keeps going. He's like, at this point, I just got to keep going. Mexico's just down the street.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, you got to wonder what happened there. He didn't even attempt to break in. He's still going.
Yeah. Oh, electrical wires. No.
He's still going. I think he could have had a heart attack or something.
Could be.
Passed out.
One would hope for that to occur. Something would have happened, but
yeah.
But still,
yeah. All right.
Never fun to see happen.
The fuck is wrong? Is Twitter still not working?
No, Twitter's still down. I posted the live show. Yeah, people will watch it at some point. Just not gonna be able to see it live, I guess.
I guess not. All right.
JDA says probably hit his head and passed out.
Could be. Something's not right there because he's full onto that pedal and just flattening motherfuckers left and right. So not good. All right, what else we got?
We got some sewage treatment issues.
Well, this is another one of those videos when somebody's going to be like, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of shit in the Yangtze, but there's a lot of shit everywhere. Okay, no, we're specifically focused on this. This is
Dude, I can float down White River, and I understand there's herbicides, pesticides, and fungicides all soaking through the water. And yes, that's not great for me to float down on a river tube. But
right.
fuck you, I would never float down in this literal shit.
Well, we used to do this up until the 1960s, the late 60s and the early 70s. We're like, you know what? If we dump all of our shit and piss into our rivers, we're gonna fuck our rivers up. They're all gonna have dead fish. So when I lived in West Point near the Hudson River, you couldn't catch a fish and eat a fish out of the Hudson River. And that was in 84, 85, 83, 80, somewhere around there. Anyhow, yeah. So don't flush your shit directly into the ocean. There are these things, they're called sewage plants. They clean the shit out of the water.
Yeah, there's one right here in Noblesville that makes downtown Noblesville reek of shit.
I got one. Yeah.
Backup.
I got 2 minutes from my house. It's the Carmel one.
Yeah.
And it stinks to holy heaven, but at least I know I can jump in the White River and I won't be swimming with turds.
So,
you know what I mean?
Well, I mean, technically speaking, the one here in Noblesville, anytime that it has a heavy rain, that plant does overflow into the White River.
That's horrible.
Now they are building some kind of underground cistern, where basically they were going to store it all there so it won't be affected by heavy torrential downpours. It's called like the tunnel or something like that. I'm not sure what the fuck it's called, but it's something like that. But yeah, they're doing that because they basically, Noblesville and Fishers and everyone and Carmel, they all want to maximize, the profits of capitalizing the White River. Yeah. So,
well, that's a good idea, I suppose. But also, just if you're another country and this is India, you got to stop pooping straight into your rivers. It's just
the toilet. You lift the toilet seat up, and it's just an open air down into the
right into the
the oil rig workers have that too, where they open up the toilet seat and it drops right down into the ocean.
Yeah, well, and we don't need to play this that long. It's really gross.
You can smell it. How much sewage is coming out there right now?
150 million liters per day.
Okay, yeah, that's gross. That's disgusting. Yet people still go in that water. Yeah.
It's got to work its way out somewhere, and it's just going into the ocean at that point.
I know. That's the other bad news. It's polluting fucking everything. That doesn't just sit in that river. It moves. It's a river. So, anyhow.
Yeah.
My 2.5-year-old loves to say poop. She would love this. Well, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Poop is a fun word for youngsters, really toddlers and otherwise. All right, what else we got, Brett?
The mastermind behind an illegal IPTV network, Flawless, has been sentenced to 21 years in prison for distributing football streams.
How many years?
21 years.
Holy shit, that seems excessive.
He was already handed an 11-year sentence in 2023, but now faces an extra 10 years, so it's gonna be 21 years. Yeah, that's what I said, 21 years, unless he pays or repays 2.3 million pounds.
Okay, well, that's a lot of money
over the course of the next 3 years. It looks like.
I don't know where he's going to make that money because I'm sure he spent most of what he made. Yeah. So. Yeah, it's not a good thing to do, but we got people who rape children who serve less than this.
Okay, I was wondering where you're going with that, man.
I mean, we do. We're
going to say SA because we want to stay friendly with the ads.
Oh, yeah, right. Anyhow, we got real criminals out there who have done horrible things to young people, and they don't get 21 years. I'm not saying he should get a pass. He shouldn't, but that's crazy to me. I mean, there was one guy who did, I'm not even going to say what, to 2 children, in Fishers, and he was out in 6-7 years. All right.
What's Jared from Subway's?
He's in there a lot longer. I think he's still in there. Yeah. He was a multiple transgressor.
Yeah, he had some hard drive, and then he had like super young, but it's still.
Well, he was setting up a network of people as well
wow. Look at
to
that.
trade children with. So, yeah, he had a plan. He had a plan. All right.
Yep. Good thing he's behind bars now.
We speak Jared. Jared, the Subway guy.
Yeah.
The Subway commercial, Jared, whose father is my dad's physician. I've told this story before.
Yeah, we talked about that before, yeah.
Yep. And he took all of Jared's photos down from the wall after that. So my dad goes there to visit for his annual checkup. No more photos of Jared on the wall. Anyhow.
So Landon Donovan wants to extend a thanks for the glowing endorsement in this analysis.
Well, at least he's laughing about it. That's a new Landon Donovan. A Landon Donovan of 5 to 10 years ago would not have laughed. And maybe deep inside he's not laughing. But yeah, viewers will hope that Donovan, typically monotone and indifferent, can increase his energy when calling games during the tournament. Yes, I'm sure he found that probably, I would say deep inside, he's still the tender character.
Take it to heart though, man, or take it to heart and change, because it's accurate. Very monotone, very indifferent. Although with this podcast, he's becoming more and more less indifferent, still monotoned.
Yeah, very monotone.
So maybe he'll be monotoned and different.
Yeah, I'm not so worried about the monotone as in I just want some good info during the game and some insights, right? So I'm hoping for that. And if he's
I don't need a mountain of stats. Like, this is the first time Germany's gone scoreless in 42 minutes for the last 3 games since 1964.
No. Info into how the game is going in his own experience for playing other World Cups. Insight into the game tactics. And I'm not really expecting much from that either on his part, but I'm going to expect monotone because that's what we generally get. It doesn't really bother me that much. At least he's not got a really super high, annoying, whiny voice. It's just he doesn't provide that much. And, I mean, he is a freaking, Hall of Famer. He's one of the best soccer players to come out of the United States. So I'm going to give him a little bit of leeway there on that one. All right.
Yeah, I bet you anything I'm going to have to unattach our Twitter from StreamYards and then reattach it after this whole shenanigan because I had my password changed and everything like that.
Yeah.
I bet you that's the reason why.
Yeah, that's
either way,
too bad.
Derek, we've seen how Landon Donovan handles praise and endorsements and stuff like that, and let's just see how independent thinkers in the space react.
Okay. The true independent voices of the U.S. men's soccer community, and honestly, we'll probably end up watching them more during the World Cup than Fox for pre and post game. Shout out to Manager Tactical, 11 Yanks, and we got a shout out too.
We got a shout out.
All right, Don. I don't know who you are, but thank you very much. If you're watching,
chat. He's in our chat. I don't know about right now. I mean, 41 people in the chat right now. Possible he's in here, but he's in the chat time or a lot.
Well, cheers to you, my friend, and we hope to provide that.
Speaking of which, another one. Here's another one. Good one. Let's see. Who are you? Who are your must-follow U.S. men's national team accounts headed into World Cup? Here are some of my favorites, and while I don't always agree with them, they have thoughtful insight. Let's see. Again, 11 Yanks, manager, U.S. keeper, chasing cup, soccer for U.S. pod. Hey, look at that.
There we are. I don't know some of the people on that list, by the way. I don't know who they are.
Nope, I know everybody.
You do?
Yep, I got everybody.
Well, I'm just all about me when I'm on Twitter.
Well, on top of that, it's their handles aren't always what their names are.
Yeah. Like,
so you might know.
I might know them, but I just don't recognize them through their ads. Yeah. Okay, fair enough. All right. Appreciate that to the shout outs, guys.
While it's great to see Landon having a bit of a sense of humor around a bit of criticism, a little bit.
No, it is a step in the right direction because he was the biggest banner of people on Twitter for like a decade, right?
Yeah.
You just said anything remotely critical, you're blocked. He blocked you. Like I never even commented because I'm like, well, That's the point. I've just seen what he's done to everybody else. Christ. They
Larry says they all suck. Except for us, right, Larry?
Larry is super positive dude, so this is very out of character for such a anti-Eeyore character as Larry.
Well, yeah, I mean, Larry's got his gripes with everybody, and at least a number of those people. I'm not sure about all of them, but
Yep.
There
But
we go.
Larry's generally extremely positive.
We suck the least. There we go.
Thank you, Larry. I'll take that as a compliment. Larry talks the truth, he says. All right, True North Foot. Oh, this is some Canada bullshit.
Canada bullshit.
Tamas Kublak, my bad, scored.
It's Tomas. I would have said that, but maybe I was wrong.
Where?
His name. I would have said Tomas. But
Tomas?
Is the SZ-ish sound?
Yeah, little at the end there.
Learn something new every day.
Yeah, Tomas Skublak scored for Inter Toronto, and he's celebrated by showing his dick. No, real estate business card. Okay, good.
Give me a call. This gig's not paying.
It's not paying enough. Give me a call.
Who's the was it Matt Perkins, the goalkeeper for DC United years and years ago?
Yes, believe so.
So I recall him talking about when people bitch about the salary now, like, oh my God, the minimum salary for MLS is only $80,000. How could you possibly live off that? Dude, Perkins had a salary of, I think, $14,000 as a starting goalkeeper for DC United. He had to have 3 other roommates and a second job.
Yep, he did have a second job, 4 months a year. He did construction.
No, he was a real estate, I believe.
A real estate guy. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, $14,000. That's nothing. That's absolutely nothing.
It was Troy Perkins. What is it, Matt Perkins? Yeah. And he said Larry knows, I guess. Larry knows all. It's a loan officer.
Well, it's not the same thing as a real estate.
Nope, that's why I said correct myself.
Oh, okay. He was.
I wasn't saying, look, Derek, I'm right. I said loan officer. No.
Well, that's a tricky job. I'm not sure I'd be up for it. All right. Inter Miami are closely monitoring Cristiano Ronaldo bullshit situation at Al Nassr. David Beckham dreams bullshit. Sorry, I just had to sneeze. Of seeing Ronaldo and Messi play together on the same team before they retire. Like, does he really? Does he really have that dream? Does he lie awake at night milking the oyster, milking the eel?
Well, I mean, I imagine Beckham looks at that and is salivating.
Yeah, okay, I guess.
God, could you imagine having the 2 generational greats on the same fucking team?
Did you see what Ronaldo did this weekend at Al Nassr?
No.
He looked like junk. So hopefully he doesn't bring that to the World Cup. He looked completely confused.
Brian DeMarco says, how could they possibly have the cap space?
Yes,
they'd have to get rid of somebody, I guess. One of them.
Somebody? How about multiple somebody?
No, well, you only have to get rid of one DP at that point because anything beyond the DP salary, who the fuck cares about salary cap at that point?
So, to get rid of one double penetration.
Exactly, yeah. They have to go down to single penetration in order to get Ronaldo and get double penetration.
Fair enough. All right. Yeah. Good stuff.
And Larry's right. MLS makes up rules. So, hey, starting next year, everybody's allowed to have one more designated player.
Yes, last year you were only allowed to fit 2 in your asshole. This year you can fit 4 if we deem it positive for the league. Yes,
exactly.
We'll help you even stretch it out.
I love the phrase closely monitoring. Like, as if every club around the world is not closely fucking monitoring it. Maybe not every club in the world. But,
maybe not, but so what? Closely monitoring. I
mean, do you think Ronaldo could go back to the EPL and play? Maybe not necessarily every game per se, but
he could play.
Be a very good player for some team in the EPL.
He'd be just as good as Suarez.
Yeah,
or better. So no, I think he'd be fine in MLS. It's just like, can we not say closely monitoring? Can we come up with some better words? Ogling, spying. I like other words. Can we not say closely monitoring? I'm so sick of that shit. Chris Kessel. So MLS is signing players based on how they think it will affect ratings as opposed to if they will make the teams better. If that is what they're saying, I hope that isn't what this is saying. What is it saying? Because that's too small for me.
Yeah, so it's Don Gerber says the data from Apple is so specific that it's impacting the way we think.
Oh no.
We know what games are driving fan interest through technology. We're looking.
Miami.
Yeah, exactly right. Well, that's the only right.
Yeah, exactly.
We're looking how we can have people looking at our highlights. It's affecting the players. We're signing. So yeah, basically, this isn't anything new. This is getting Beckham. This is getting Messi. This is talks of getting Ronaldo. Yeah, you're gonna bring in players that are the Blanco at Chicago. You're gonna bring in players that will ultimately make the teams better still. Because I can't think of a single DP that they brought in for the eyeballs that made the teams worse.
Well, okay,
but they're bringing in players who will impact the game somehow. But they will bring in the guys. This isn't nothing new.
I do think if you bring in big names that not everybody, but a percentage of the population here knows, they'll go out and watch that. Messi and Beckham being a huge example. When Beckham showed up, the stadiums were packed just to go see David Beckham. Same thing for Messi.
Sure
didn't happen.
Obviously, Messi's doing it. I'm sure Son's doing it.
But people didn't do that for Zlatan. People didn't do that for Gerrard. People didn't do that for Lampard. People didn't do that for David Villa. So apparently you need to be not only a star, you need to be a big fucking star, a Pele.
You need to be a fucking movie star is what you need to be of a player.
Yeah, a Pele.
That's 100%, yeah.
Yeah, so...
I mean, there have been a lot of designated players brought in that have improved teams. There have been some that have not improved teams, but right. you don't see the boost that you would see with certain faces. Like I said, you have let's say there's a city with a heavy Mexican population in there, Mexican American population. You bring over somebody big like Blanco, and all of a sudden, bam, Toyota Park is selling out every game.
Yeah, well, that's a very specific targeted way to do it. But I'm just saying, even with Wayne Rooney. Did it bring in new fans to watch the games? Yeah, of course it did.
Sure, some did, yeah.
But it wasn't a blowout. Like Messi is a blowout. Beckham's a blowout. All right?
These are icons in comparison to compared to just solid players or even potential world-class players here or there. Those two are icons.
Right. And then if you can't do that, the best thing to do next is just win. People like winners. People go watch winners, except for if you're in Houston or somewhere like that. Nobody cares in general anyhow. So there's that. All right. Like Timo Werner's a great example of like bringing in a player who everybody thought was busted, and he's doing really good. And he's making fans come out and watch the games because they're winning. Not to mention they got Bruce. And Bruce is just a fucking MLS winner. That's what he does in MLS. He wins wherever he goes. Period. End of story. Yeah. All right. What else we got?
Pulling up the right thing here. Gotta verify one thing before I pull this up. Where the hell did it go? There it is. I found it.
Do not panic. Do not panic. Cap them now. Cap them now. A quick answer to this question, though. Did bringing players like Clint back boost anything? Yeah, I mean, I think it did. I think Clint in specific probably helped, but they had other players on that Seattle team at the time also helped. But I don't know if Michael Bradley's that big of a draw in Canada or Altidore in Canada.
Some of the U.S. stars might bring in more marketing bucks than actual like viewership or eyes, or they're not necessarily selling season tickets, but U.S. Soccer will sell the marketing shit out of that 100%. But I mean, is it worth the 10 mil that Josh Sargent's getting paid, plus the 18 to 20 mil that they paid Norwich? I mean,
I don't think Josh Sargent's dragging in a whole lot of extra fans where he's at.
No, I mean at that point you're just hoping you're getting a solid goal scoring striker for your club.
Yeah, you're hoping to win.
You go the route of the winning route. Yeah,
wins equals more eyeballs. Yeah, but Josh Sargent is on his own's not doing that. All right, Xavier Gozo is the best attacking talent I've seen out of MLS in quite some time. That goal this weekend was fire. Believe
Colin pointed out there are a number of people on Twitter that saying the goalkeeper should have stopped that. I'm like, that was a fucking rip, dude.
That was a rip. No
and not only
way.
that, but most goalkeepers are probably assuming he's going far post of the shot, not ripping it with the outward bending near post shot.
Nor ripping it first time
Yeah.
that quickly. Yeah. Most guys touch it a few times and then shoot. Not him. Bam. Xavier Gozo's best attacking talent I've seen out of MLS in quite some time. I have to admit, not the if he's putting in everybody, I'd say it's the best young American attacking talent I've seen in some time. Believe the hype. I like what I'm seeing, but I'm not going to get into hype. He's good enough to start in a Champions League team. Again, smart reply by Tact here, because do people realize a lot of shitty teams from shitty countries make the Champions League?
The Champions League's been expanded just like the World Cup.
Yeah, so you got teams from Kazakhstan, Cyprus, fucking all over. All right? Goes
to Latvia and Luxembourg?
We're talking about Latvia? We're talking about Luxembourg? No, we're not, Donovan. We all know when we talk about Gozo, then we talk about Champions League, of course. We are talking about, hopefully, a top 5 league team, a Dortmund,
Yes. Hell, you may even talk about PSV to start off. Why not?
PSV, that's a Champions League team that'll fight. Yeah, okay. If that, not Premier League, please do not go to the Premier League. Do not do it. Okay. Got that out of the way. All right.
Do it.
Don't do it. It's a fucking wrong move. Do not go to a goddamn Premier League top 5 team, or even one of the ones who think they're top 5 but aren't, like Chelsea. Don't do it. All right.
Around Xavier.
Speaking of Gozo,
here's Gozo.
Living the dream. A perfect first 4 months of the year for Xavier Gozo right now. What does the next 4 look like to you, considering?
What's up?
I don't know about perfect.
It's a pretty good fucking start to the season.
It's been really good, though. Yes. It's not perfect.
Yes, I had. That's why I double checked, and I'm pretty sure it was Ivory Coast.
He's doing that. Yes, for sure.
I think it's Ivory Coast.
I don't think it's Ivory Coast. It might be, but I'm not worried about it. No hints. It's not like our friend there in fucking.
Yeah, it's Ivory Coast. It's Ivory Coast.
All right. It's not like the New York Red Bulls kid who's been wearing,
which I got the video pulled up and everything for that too.
Yeah. Wearing Zabolewski or whatever on his shirt every game. All right, Zabolewski. All right. So, all right, go ahead. Sorry.
We've been ones throwing your name in the hat for Mauricio Pochettino and the U.S. men's national team, and also some.
Okay, just jerk off all over yourself then. Okay, congratulations. You've been throwing his name in. Oh yeah, we love you. All right, go ahead. Sorry.
It's MLS.
These people are annoying, dude. They're annoying.
This MLS show has Poach's ear. Hey,
it does.
It's pretty good. Well, that's what they're saying.
No, fuck them. No, they don't. No, they don't.
Around Xavier Gozo as well. So a dream scenario, your next 4 months is what?
4 months?
Yeah, 100%. I think obviously I would like to continue with RSL for the next following 2 months, and then in the summer window, obviously I like to go to Europe. That's been my dream.
Get out of Dodge
as long as I could remember.
I mean, it's a great mindset, right? And he's putting his name out there. You know, scouts are going to be hearing this, and mind you, they've already been watching, I'm sure. But yeah, I feel like this is the right mindset to have, quite frankly.
Yeah,
you're young, you're firing on all cylinders in MLS at this point. You just ride your high through.
Just pick the right team, for God's sake. And we will be here to discuss this when it happens, people. He just needs to pick the right team. Go ahead.
That's all I wanted to play from that, really. It's just the mindset. That's all really matters.
That was pretty jocular, like self-joculation going on there by the hosts.
Yeah. No, yeah.
That's like me and you having on the show and like, hey, Hey, Poach, we hear Poach watches this show. We've been
we got all the USSF insiders in our ear, around the corner listen to us,
Every day on our show, we take 10 seconds to close our eyes and jerk you off. All right, manually, right here on the show in our minds, just so people know.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Gozo. Yeah. Okay. That's what we do every day on this show. So we know we're sending the good vibes. But yeah, pick the right team, dude. Make sure you pick the right team, please.
That's all that matters at this point.
Let's
all
stop
with these fucking loan armies. I know they have the big bucks, and I know that's what the MLS clubs want. But man.
Well, apparently in Spain, they're playing Atletico Madrid. They play young players.
Yeah.
Like Obed Vargas, who, got a start, played pretty decent. Is it too late for doing that panic? It is too late.
Yeah,
Yes.
He's fouled.
He's done. But we probably blew this one. We probably blew, and your boy Brian Gutierrez.
Well, we definitely blew that one. Brian came out 2 years back, said his dream was to play for the U.S. national team, and then he actually turned Mexico away.
Yeah. So, but did we blow it? I guess in the sense is like, did we blow it? Well, yes, we did blow it because we're calling up Berhalter and we're calling up Roldan and people like that instead of Obed Vargas and Brian Gutierrez.
Well, in fairness to Vargas, he made the switch around the Olympics at time period.
And
that was some change ago. It was a little over a year or so. At this point.
Was he called up for the Olympics?
No.
Of course. That's exactly right.
But no, I mean, I want to talk to Edgar about this, but it's possible he may have made his mind up before the Olympics, just like similar to Esmir.
Yeah, okay. So it is true. Someone says Spider Zlatan's right. Obed was always going to choose Mexico. Yep. Yeah, that's probably true. I think we can live with that. But you know what? He just got to Atletico Madrid, and he's already getting starts. So there you go.
The only Mexican Americans we've missed out on from not giving enough chances is Brian at that point, because we gave Araujo opportunities, and he ended up filing a switch. Obed came up through our youth system, and then he made the switch.
Yep.
We missed out on Rich. We didn't give him enough chances.
Yeah, I mean it happens.
I think we did, but
there were a lot of choices now. We've made some bad call ups when we should have given some other guys call ups. It's true. But that's hindsight 2020. But you could say that, except a lot of us were saying the opposite at the time it was going on. Oh, I think you missed out. I think you should have called this guy. All right. Here we go. Yes.
Here's Julian Hall. Again.
I'm sorry. Julian what?
Hall.
I don't think that's the name he goes by.
Sherbatsky?
I don't know. I don't know. I haven't looked at the spelling long enough. If we get it, we can try it. I will say what it is. I have no problem. I'm very good at Polish names. No, not Lebowski. The big Lebowski. Hey, dude. All right.
Hall's been coming up through our youth system as part of our youth World Cup teams.
Yeah.
And next cycle, he'll get a call in by whoever the next coach is. He'll get a call in. It's a guarantee. Now, mind you, I don't know necessarily. Again, this is all doing that. Quite frankly, I don't know where their heart falls, and he's going to talk about this here in a sec. But
I'd say his heart falls with the U.S., but he loves his mom. She's Polish.
Sure.
I got to ask about the news right now. You're being heavily linked with a move to play for Poland. Can you give us an update? What's the story there? What an honor it is, by the way, to be heavily linked with such a great football nation.
Oh, fucking Christ.
Yeah, I mean.
Come on, man. This country has done better than Poland on a regular basis at World Cups for a long time. So please, with a great foot. Okay. I'm not saying anything against the Polish national team or Poland as a country, which are full of wonderful people. As a youngster, West Point, our neighbors were the Sapanskis, Colonel Sapansky. We were great friends with the Sapansky. I have nothing against Polish people, but can we not overdo it on Poland here? They're all right. They're all right. That's it. They probably beat us
in our current state right now.
Occasionally. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it'd be a back and forth
Like a 50-50
results.
thing. Yeah. Because we're soft. And they're not. The Polish team is not soft. Okay? That I will give them. We are soft. Sorry. Go ahead.
I mean, I got to give my mom props for that. I mean, she was born there.
Plus
and,
Zach. Oh, of course that shit covers it. Zakaruski. Zakrzewski. Zakruski. That sounds really good, Brett. I think you nailed it. Zakruski. I can't see the last half of the words, so I'm kind of.
It's Zakrzeewski.
Yeah, looks like Zakruski. I think you're right. Zakruski. Yes. Okay.
I got to hear this. Him giving his props to his mom about this question. Was that like what was he giving props to his mom for just being Polish? Is that it?
I don't know.
I gotta give my props. I give props to my mom for being Polish.
For just being Polish. Being born in Poland. Yeah.
Never would have had this opportunity in Poland if my mom wasn't Polish.
Thank God.
That's almost what it sounded like. Maybe I misheard it. Let's hear it again.
I bet his dad's gotta feel like a little fucking rejected since he wears his mom's name on the back of his jersey every fucking game this season.
Yeah.
It's like dad's like, hey, what about me? I provided the fucking sperm. Do I get any credit here?
I don't know what his parents' relationships are, so
I don't either, but I thought I saw them together down there in that photo that they posted.
Oh, the photo that's popping up here is the Polish head, the president of Poland. No, let me rephrase that. The president of Poland FA, whatever their soccer federation.
And his mom.
Yeah.
All right, because I would imagine his dad is African American.
Yeah.
Not Polish. That's some Polish.
His dad was also Polish and was often surprised at how tan his son was when he came out. Wait a second. Where did he get this brown curly hair from?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta give my mom props for that. I mean, she was born there, and I have that part of me, of course, and I'm open to everything. Of course, I appreciate my Polish roots, but I'm also appreciative of my American roots as well. So yeah, we'll see what the future holds.
Okay, first off, I do want to say he did give props to his mom for being Polish, but beside the point. I don't know. The way I interpret this is, hey, very similar to Gaga, quite frankly, where he entertained Poland's offer, and then he came out and said, hey, I appreciate my Polish roots. I appreciate you coming to check on me, but I'm going to be playing for America. It sounded like he's kind of available for both, but he kind of leans American.
I think what he's saying is, I'm going to be on the American team unless I'm somehow not good enough. And in that case, are you really going to be good enough for the Polish team? Because it seems to me the one position the Polish team has been pretty good at for the last 25 years is striker. So anyhow, that's not going to go on forever, obviously. Yeah. So
yeah, the way that I'm interpreting this, and I may be wrong, and maybe I'm reading too much into it, is that, hey, I appreciate my roots, but I'm also really appreciate my American roots.
He's just basically saying right now, there's two bowls of soup out there, and I'm not going to piss in either bowl. I want you to both keep eating the soup, and that's fine. That's fair.
Is he the Polish Noah Kai Banks? But he never played for Poland, so
no,
it's a bit different, I guess.
Yeah, he'll only become the Polish Noah Kai Banks when he gets called up for a March camp right before the World Cup and says, yeah, no, I'm having a problem. I can't make a decision, and I don't want to do it now.
It would have required him to play for the Poland's youth team. He never did that.
No.
So.
Oh, and by the way, now I haven't started a single game since I made that announcement. By the way, I played a really shitty game where I got benched the game after, and since then I've never played again. Noah Kai Banks. Now, if Noah Kai Banks, after that, isn't looking inward a little bit, I'm thinking, is this Germany dream real? I wonder if he does. I wonder if he does look inward and say, Anyhow, somebody asked what I'm drinking. the usual. Why is that working? All right.
Right for your face.
3 Philosophers. All right. Yes, by Omegon. 9.7, a blend of quadruple ale and Creek ale with cherries. Cherries are very subtle. It is one of the most brilliant beers and high in alcohol, but a brilliant domestic beer made in Cooperstown, New York. It is a Belgian style quad. It is delicious. It really is. It's amazing. Anyhow, that's what I drink almost every night on this show, by the way.
I know usually it's a dry January is when they have their dry months for alcoholics. For me, I'm going to be doing dry March or May. Yeah, May.
I haven't done a dry month since I was in the hospital for a month.
And as a true alcoholic, I am currently sitting at 72 hours sober. Because only a true alcoholic would count the hours of being sober instead of saying, like most people like, I haven't had a drink in 3 days. That's nothing. I do it all the time.
Well, it's not like
I'm 72 hours sober.
I don't get smashed. I don't go to bed like wobbling. All right. So just so people know, we imbibe on this show and it's fun.
Depends on the activities of the night.
Well, I can't speak for you. I'm just speaking for me. I don't overdrink. I'm a sipper. I'm a slow sipper. All right.
Bravado wants to know what the minute is. I haven't counted the minutes. I'm not that much. I've gone cold turkey starting on the first, and here we are.
Mm-hmm. All right. Holy shit, you're going to talk shit on Banks. Talk shit on Banks? Of course I am. I am because, well, okay, I'm not saying I'm talking shit on Banks. That would be too harsh. But I am saying that him thinking he's going to make the German team going forward is questionable. It's questionable. And it's much more reliable that he would make the U.S. team going forward. Well, because our center backs are such a weak spot for the
definitely. Now, that's not to say that Banks couldn't pull it together like he did at the beginning of the season, moving forward, and in the next cycle be a contender. Yeah, if there's ever any consideration, obviously there's never consideration for this World Cup, anyways, because he made that flat-out statement. He's like, "I'm not making a decision based off the World Cup." So it's never about this World Cup. So, I mean, the results now with Augsburg don't really matter. Next cycle is going to make a difference.
Yeah, I just I inhaled my beer, which is always an awesome thing to do on a live show.
CHRG says Brett is at the Kurds' workplace. Yeah. This way. I'm at Lust. See? Lust. And this poll right here is going to be active later. You guys won't be here, though. It's 9 o'clock as the strip club's not even open yet.
Okay, I think I just coughed it all up.
That's why I was ad-libbing there.
All right.
Derek, we got our main topic, but did you have any Yanks abroad you wanted to cover?
I'm not going to because I'm going to cover it
We're while we do
this. Yeah.
That's a great point.
Yeah, I mean, there's plenty to cover here, so we are going to do. By the way, I was correct that the Murat Theater in Indianapolis is indeed named for Joachim Murat, the Marshal of France, Napoleon's Marshal of France, who later became the King of Naples, and then stabbed Napoleon in the back, but then later decided to support Napoleon when Napoleon returned after his first banishment and wanted to come back for Napoleon. Napoleon said, "No, man, you stabbed me in the back. Fuck off."
That's
and then
like a turncoat there. Yeah.
Yeah, and then he ended up trying to escape to France, which I believe he succeeded in, but was eventually captured and executed. So that didn't work out by the Allies. So that didn't work out real good for him.
Rough. Yeah, a little rough.
So this is the format we're going to use. This is what we would used to use to grade players on a weekly basis.
I was going to say, outside game, yeah.
Game by game, but this can also be used for the season. So generally for the season, are they the best player on the pitch for their team in their league? Are they best player on the team, which is an A? Are they one of the standouts of each and every game? Have they made a positive difference this year for their team, a positive difference? Or have they just contributed here and there? Or have they been erratic and inconsistent, both good and bad? Or have they been mostly poor? And D, if they're just a ghost machine, I am kind of thinking, for instance, one of the guys that's there for me this season is Tillman. What a ghost for most of the season, which is why he's a bench guy now and has been for a month for Bayer Leverkusen. We can give him a pass on it and say, well, it's his first year there. They spent a fucking shitload of money for him. And for him to be a ghost most of the season, it's not good. And then are they just horrible every game? Howler after howler. All right. So those are the categories we're going to provide grades for each player. I like Tillman a lot, but not a great season for Bayer Leverkusen. I know because I watched every single one of them. And I cannot tell you how much I woke up every morning to watch the game thinking I'm really excited and left the game thinking he didn't do anything. So we'll get into it. Sebastian Soto, by the way, former player in the Austrian Bundesliga, doesn't have a team as far as I understand it still. So he's had...
In fairness, he hasn't had a team for the last 5 years.
I mean, when he was on a team, he didn't play. He's been injured for so long and so badly, he really hasn't been able to contribute even when he's recovered briefly. He goes and plays 2 games for his team in Austria. And I believe they're getting relegated to Bundesliga 3 in Austria this year. But without him, I think he is back home, and God knows what's happened to Soto. I don't know who told Larry that Soto was so good he should never mention Haji, but they were wrong. And by the way, yes, Larry, Bello has had a fucking standout season, along with Adeniran for Lask, as they sit, at least last I looked, first in the Austrian Bundesliga. That is something to be proud of, and that is something to maybe sniff at. I don't expect Adeniran
Next cycle, maybe,
to be playing in Austria much longer if he keeps scoring at the rate he is scoring in Austria. I think he will move to like a Belgium or a Dutch team because I think he's ready for it. All right. I don't know if Bello can get back into the Bundesliga. I don't know. But I do think he could go to Holland and play for somebody. That's a step up in the league, right? Not a huge one, but it is a step up. All right.
I'm just going to have way too many questions about the Austrian Bundesliga when looking at their standings, so I'm not going to do it. Yes, they are technically listed first in Group A.
Yeah. Oh, no, they have what they call, so after they have so few teams that after a certain point, they go into what's called the promotion battle and the relegation battle. Okay, so they separate the teams into different leagues, and those teams battle it out for the rest of the season in those leagues, those tables.
I'm just looking at the standings here, and like in 30 games, Lask is 15, 7, and 8 with 33 points. I'm like, how does the math do? How does that math work?
Well, 15 is 3 points for each of that, which is 30. And if there's 7 ties, it should have 37 points.
15 wins is more than 30 points.
Oh, yeah, that's 45.
Yeah.
So they started over at some point.
That's why I said I have way too many questions if I'm
that's fucking weird.
I don't know how this works out.
15 points times 3. That's 45 points. Plus 7, that's 52 points. So something's fucked up there, or because we don't know about it. These kind of leagues with less teams break into these promotion and relegation groups at the end of the season. And like, I don't know if they start over, but something's going on there because those points don't add up, right? As you said.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'd have to look into that. It's way too much to unpack right now. So,
anyhow, congratulations to not only Bello and Adeniran, but also to Busio, who finished first, or at least clinched a promotion back to Serie A with Venezia when he was the best player on that team all season this year. And totally came out of his shell as a leader and as a guy that can be the centerpiece of that team going forward. Like, that was one hell. I know it's Serie B. I get it. It's Serie B. I get it. It's not a great league. But he became what they thought he was. The guy who's the best player on the team because he's getting paid more than anybody else on that team. So he better be.
Currently, with one game left, they sit on top of the league with 79 points. Frosinone, I don't know if that's pronounced that way.
Frosinone. Yeah.
Okay. That's 78. So they're 1 point up with one game to go.
Mm-hmm.
So they clinch the spot regardless. But whether or not they get first or second doesn't really matter.
Right. Herc says, I noticed more people on this app concerned about Christian Roldan's form ahead of the World Cup than Christian Pulisic's.
I don't know if people are worried about Roldan's form. I think the people he's referring to are more concerned with Roldan playing for the U.S. men's national team, period.
I do. And I think that his form's has been as good as last year, where he was on fire for Seattle. I think it's been not that. He's not been on fire for Seattle. He's made some errors, but I don't think it's been dreadful. Whereas Christian Pulisic's form, if we brought up our little scale again, which we should, because we're going to give Christian Pulisic a rating here, I think he started out generally as the best player on the pitch almost every game I watched at the beginning of this season.
Mm-hmm.
But
no,
that,
100%, everybody talked about it. Yeah.
But that was 4 months ago. And the last 4 months, he's just been a B, contributed here and there. Almost a C, erratic, but I'm going to say contributed here and there. So if I go down the middle, I'm going to move what should have been an A+ season for Christian Pulisic to an A- or a B+ at best.
Here's the big problem, because when you start looking at players and you're sitting there going like, well, it's an A-, B+, you would think that it's off and on, pretty consistent, but still off and on with moments of bad, or not great at least. But here we're talking about two different halves of the season. The first half, lights out. Second half, So and when you start saying, like, I'm giving him an A-, B+, a lot of people are going to be looking at these last 4 months going, Jesus, what the fuck has he done for Milan lately, you know?
So if you put him at C with erratic, inconsistent, good and bad, which I think is probably more realistic, then he's going to drop to a B+ for the whole season.
I mean, it's tough to argue that he didn't have a hell of a start, because
it was an A+ start to the season. He was the best player in the league.
Top goal one of the top goal contributors. I think him and Leao, I think, were pretty much neck and neck. And
he's better than Leao. He's the best player in the league.
But I'm just saying, though, that then again, he has had 4 months where he really hasn't had a goal, or maybe he's had like an assist or something like that.
So I'm going to give Christian Pulisic, for this tremendous extreme fallout, I'm going to drop him to a B+ this season.
We're missing
instead of or B-. I'm fine with that.
But just with the B- would be more of a, gotta mute yourself there when you're having.
Oh my God! So first I choke on my own beer. Now I'm just sneezing out of nowhere. What the fuck's going on here?
Have your mouse right over top that mute button, so when you feel like that sneeze is coming back in your.
Oh, I didn't see that one coming at all. It just nailed me. All right, I was in mid-sentence practically.
So to this point, this is the big talking point that's been going around for the last 24, 48 hours or whatever it is. Nope, just 24 on the twits. I think the big distinction between what Herc is saying and what's actually happening on Twitter is it should be worded. More people in this app are concerned about Christian Roldan being on the U.S. men's national team rather than Christian Pulisic's current form.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I think we said what we said there, which is started out on fire, and now he's not a starter. I mean, I don't know if that's going to be a trend. We'll see. But he came off the bench this weekend. He hasn't been great. He's not been finishing. He's made some good moves, but he's not finishing. It's been erratic. Like, he would have finished some of those.
Yeah.
Last year, and he's not this year. So, yeah, B+, B- for Pulisic.
So Christopher, I feel like the C that you're giving Pulley here is sort of recency bias, in the sense that you're looking at this performance the last 4 months and being like, Jesus, what has he fucking done for AC Milan? AC Milan has been still kind of winning and teetering, but I mean, it's not like Christian's bang out this winter half, the second half. But he hasn't really been awful. I mean, I'm not saying he's been great by any means or good even in games.
No, dude, they're 9.5 months in a season.
But you'd have to, in order for you to have what would be classified as more or less the A+ start to the season, first half, where you bag 9-10 goals or whatever the fuck it was. I didn't pull up the stats or whatever it is, but it's a crazy amount of goal contributions and assists. The second half of the season to get a C, you'd have to classify the second half as kind of like a D performance.
Yeah, you'd have to bring it to an F.
Bag that average. So I mean, this is how we're kind of doing. We're kind of looking at both halves and taking that into consideration. You're looking at a standout season that almost anybody would want in that first half of the season, followed by a meh.
So first 4.5 months of the season, A+, second half of the season, C. So bad, not good. The C's not good in my family. I don't know if I came home with a C, Dad wasn't happy, Mom wasn't happy. So you mix those together, you get a B-, B. Okay? So that's where he is for the whole season if you put it together. But right now, where is he at? He's at a C. We just said it. The last half of the season, he's been playing inconsistently. He's here, he's there. It's not been good. So if you want to say, well, where is he at right now? He's at a C. For sure, he's at a C. But for the whole season as a grade, I got to take that up to a B because he started out on fucking fire. Okay.
So I pulled up the stats here, and even with this lackluster, I don't know if this is accurate, but even with this lackluster second half of the season, in 28 games, Pulisic has pulled in 8 goals and 3 assists.
Oh, well, 8 goals and 2 assists. All 10 of those were 10 of the 11 goal contributions were before this year.
Yeah.
Earlier on in the season. So he went from hot to fucking stone cold. You mix those together, you get a B-.
And you have Leao, who has played only 27 games. He played 1 game less, and he's gotten 1 more goal than Pulisic did.
Yeah, Leao's not having a good season either.
Those are AC Milan's 2 top goal scorers.
And they're also playing a 3-5-2, which is fucking everybody up. I don't know if anybody watched the horrific slop that was AC Milan this weekend. It was a barf town worth of a performance. Yeah. Barf. Horrible.
They got 3 more games, and depending on their performance and the results, I mean, they can find their way out of Champions League.
Dude, they are playing so bad right now. I think the worst 3 bottom teams could all beat them right now. That's how bad AC Milan are right now. Yes, they're bringing players back from injury, so hopefully that helps. But those players got to get some fucking time and minutes to just get worked back into it, right?
Yep. I'm going to let you handle Larry's question here for $2.
Best 80s dancing song? I'd say it's got to be Dancing Queen, ABBA.
Yeah, that's a you can dance if you want to.
Well, that's not really an 80s dancing song, is it? Well, okay, you're right. You could safety dance.
It's not what he's asking for, right?
Safety dance by Men in Hats. But you're asking the wrong 2 dudes. Like, Brett and I are not dancing guys. Like, we don't dance.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
we're on our
despite the intro, we do not dance. Okay? So we're the wrong crew. Rock Lobster can go. Listen, no offense to you, Anthony. I fucking hate that fucking song. I fucking actually hate that band. No offense if you like them. Totally cool. I'm a snob. And Rock Lobster! I can't do that shit. There were a bunch of skating friends of mine who used to listen to that band, and I'm like, why? Why are we listening to some guy go, like, what the fuck? That's not singing. I don't even know what the fuck that is. And that guy who sung that shit's a total fucking idiot nerd. He's an idiot. So Super Freak's really good. I like that song. I do like that. Wind Beneath My Wings is more of like a cream in your own short song. I can't stand anybody that writes a song with their own fucking band name in the fucking song can go fuck itself. Go to Wang Chung tonight. What is that? Fucking yourself in the ass continuously until you need more Vaseline? That's what Wang Chunging is. Fuck that. Hate that band. Hate them. No offense to anybody who likes them.
It's a fun song.
What, Wang Chung?
Yeah.
No,
it's Wang Chung tonight.
No, it's lugubrious.
Everybody have fun tonight.
No, it's a horrible song. Everybody have fun tonight. Everybody Wang Chung tonight. What the fuck is that? What is that? Everybody Wang Chung tonight. And that's that. Oh, that happens to be the name of our band. We're self-promoting our band in the song. Yeah, go fuck off. Go fuck off. Great marketing job, though. Well done. Nobody knows what the Wang Chung dance is. Like I said, it could be repeatedly getting ass fucked until your anus bleeds.
This is a name. Right. Stop. Colin says Wang Chung was the original Chinese name for martial arts. You just have this wide range of knowledge of other people's culture and language.
When you said wide, I didn't know where you were going with that wide part.
Yeah. I mean, stop war in Chinese. Everybody stop war tonight.
I would have appreciated that better.
Everybody have fun. Yeah, there we go. Hey, that kind of works. If that's it, yeah.
I guess so. Hey, who knew?
According to Jelly.
Anyhow, Wang Chung is a band. That's their one hit. Fuck them. All right? Fuck them. All right. I'm a Grinch, though. I am an asshole and a music snob. Don't listen to me. We're going to stop our review and do this now? What? Oh, no, it's Pulisic related.
Yeah, it's all Pulisic stuff. Yeah. I've got this,
I get it.
I got my entire second window of tabs here, Derek, perfectly lined up. So I know what I'm doing.
Okay. All right.
I'm a professional.
I just
part-time podcaster, Derek.
I just don't know how much longer we can do Pulisic shit, really.
I will go through it. If this takes 2 seconds, Derek, it takes 2 seconds. Yeah. So Fox's top 100 players.
Yeah, I'm not going to trust this list right out the box. Okay. But Christian Pulisic being 79, that's okay.
Hey man, the Euro scouts and coaching staff and punditries didn't even have him in the top 100.
I can only say this: Weston McKennie better be rated higher than his ass because he's had a way better.
That's a great fucking point.
Yeah.
Hang on, I gotta pull something up here. Weston or Juventus.
He's had a way better season. He does not play center forward. He has on occasion for like 2 games. He does not.
Weston only has maybe all competitions. I don't know. I guess he only has 5 Serie A goals.
Only
he also has 5 assists too, though. So
only he plays right winger or right wing back constantly lately. It seems like, or right midfield or whatever you want to call that position that he plays.
Yeah.
Hey, attacking. Yeah, he'll get in the box on occasion, but he's got responsibilities on the defense. So Pulisic doesn't have that. So, all right, whatever. Although, to be fair, I mean, McKennie's played everywhere this season. So there's that.
He's played every game too, though.
But he's played every game, and there's no question he's one of the top best players on his team. There's not even a question. His players actually pass him the ball and look to him on a regular. That's not always the case for Pulisic. I feel like sometimes,
especially,
he makes a run.
Half, definitely, but in the second half,
yeah, he makes a run and they don't pass it to him. So there's that. All right.
Which Christian Pulisic is the real Christian Pulisic? If he's the best player in Serie A, and you can make that argument, then he's a top 20 player in the world. Do you
But
think that
he's
he's
not
not
the best player.
what he was in that first half of the season?
On talent alone, Christian Pulisic is a top 40 player in the world. What separates that level of player from the very, very best, the Messis, the Ronaldos, the Mbappes, is they don't suffer as much from the mental aspect of the game when they go
totally
through
right,
these big.
Stu. Oh my God, what am I saying? I agree with Stu. Pulisic suffers from mental issues that keep him. What's the one thing he said on that golf cart ride that one time? The one thing I haven't been able to achieve that all the great players have achieved is don't have the confidence they did or do. And that's the one thing I can't really, like, the super ultra big time confidence that they have. I don't have it. I still doubt myself. That was on his special. So you got to go watch that to hear it. All right. But he says it and you're like, yeah, dude, that is your problem.
Speaking of a similar topic, they have the U.S. versus the world documentary coming out.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like 6 episodes, and they come out like a weekly basis, it seems like. Derek, I don't know if you're up for doing videos and reacting to them. The documentary.
Could.
Easy content.
Could have. Yeah, should have, would have. I don't know. I don't think Paramount would have let us just play whatever we want. But
technically speaking, as long as it's transformative, yes, we can. And that's mind you, we may have to fight the copyright, but if it's transformative, we're fine.
Well, they've never come after us for anything else. I'll give CBS and Paramount that. I don't know if it's our relationship with some of the people at that network that's helped, but they've never come after us. So for anything we've used. So good on them. Let's see. So you got more of this?
Dips. Their dips are smaller, but they're still very elite. But that we're talking about a guy being at 79 or a guy being in the 30s. And that's the difference for Pulisic. If he could get to that point where he just rolls through it and you don't see him being the best player in Serie A for the first 6 months. And now it's like, I don't know if he's going to start this week. It leaves me sitting here today as we're talking.
It's he's a 28-year-old winger /10. He's not going to pick that kind of confidence, that consistency of confidence up. This is the Pulisic we have, which is fine. Pulisic is still a really good player.
No, he's a really good player.
He's just going to have the dips that are going to happen, and hopefully
big dips.
Hopefully we're going to get him on the mountain peaks, right?
Big dips. That's what Stu was saying. And yeah, Stu has been wrong about a lot of stuff. That's why I said I can't believe I'm agreeing with Stu on this, but he's right. That is, and we've been saying it for a while with Pulisic. He can get over this, having these emotional breakdowns, and you see how frustrated he is in these games, how upset he is. It's all written all over his face. Like, he cannot hide that. Like, it's like Zlatan being pissed off is different from Pulisic's, I'm really, really frustrated. Look, right? Zlatan gets mad. Pulisic gets extremely frustrated internally and, yeah, has doubts.
Do you think there's some, because you bring up Zlatan, obviously him and Zlatan are two totally different personalities.
Totally different.
But you have a player in Pulisic that one is the poster boy of U.S. soccer.
Pressure.
His dad is saying, "Hey, we got to do these documentaries for Paramount. Hey, here's a book. You're 26 years old. Here's a book." I mean, and then there's just all these extra little things being added. All of a sudden, your relationship status is front page shenaniganry. I mean, it's. Do you think all these outlying factors, which somebody like Zlatan would be like, of course they're talking about Zlatan, compared to Pulisic, who's like shrinks back into a shell.
Okay, so I'll use more comparative examples. Clint Dempsey would give 2 fucks about this shit. Donovan would wither, just like Pulisic. In fact, they are a lot alike in a lot of ways. So
Both
I
with
think
the poster boys of U.S. soccer too, though.
they feel that shit deeply. So, as his coach said, Allegri called Pulisic in an interview before the game this weekend sensitive. Like, that's okay. So you might call Dempsey sensitive if you want to, but I don't think he's sensitive in the same way. But Dempsey's like, fuck off. I am great. You cannot wait. There's nothing you can do to shake me. I am fucking Clint Dempsey. That's sensitive in a different way. Like, you told me I'm not starting. I'm telling you I should be fucking starting. Okay, that's sensitive in his, I believe in myself. He's saying Pulisic is sensitive in a different way. Oh, I'm not starting? Oh, maybe something's wrong. Maybe there's something wrong with me. That's the difference. That's the difference. There's a sort of internal lack of confidence, whereas Dempsey had so much of it, it almost bordered on hubris, right? You don't know where I'm from, dog. That kind of hubris, right? Stu is the biggest wussy in U.S. men's national team history. I can't say that's true because that motherfucker played in the Premier League and got his leg broken big time. And he went in on that tackle, by the way.
National too, yeah.
Yeah, he went in on that tackle. He would not pull it out of that tackle. So he might be a really bad pundit, though, or a very not a pussy pundit. Maybe that's your opinion. I go there as a player. He was not a pussy. Yeah.
Larry responds like a wussy. Like he went on that tackle, broke his leg like a wussy. No, I mean his leg was already. I don't know. Was it the same leg or was it a different leg? It was shattered like a year and some change earlier against Holland.
Yeah.
So I mean, he had a really unfortunate turn of events that ended his career way early. I mean, you know, we were looking at once he left Houston, he went over to it was Bolton, right?
It was Bolton he was playing.
Yeah. So I mean, he went over to Bolton and started performing better with the U.S. men's national team. People were getting hyped, and all of a sudden,
starter,
broken leg,
player of the month,
back on the pitch, broken leg, and it's like, that sucks.
Player of the month when he was at Bolton, and on the team of the week several times as a player for Bolton.
So,
he was a fucking good soccer player. I know his voice makes him sound like a wussy, but he's not a wussy. Yeah,
I think he's changed as a pundit too, because this is my criticism with him. This is my criticism when Tolman came out, and even Donovan to an extent. And now, mind you, he's on his own podcast and he's getting a little more authentic, if you will, as far as his opinions. But all three of them came out in the punditry scene and were very much on the fence, not really taking a side, kind of speaking out of both ends of their mouth, like, hey, you know, it wasn't his best game, but it wasn't his worst. I mean, it could have been worse, you know.
Yes, did Stu get? Yeah, he got his ass kicked in the streets. He also got jumped. So if you know anything about that story, it's not like, you know,
I forgot all about that.
It's not like he took some guy on one-on-one. Some guy jumped his ass when he wasn't looking, beat the living shit out of him. So
forgot all about that.
Yeah, it is what that is. But again, as a player, Stu's not a wussy. As a commentator, I got plenty of problems.
And like I said, he just like Tolman did, and we're kind of starting to see a little bit more with Donovan as far as the authenticity of it and taking an opinion. I think Stu's had a lot of better stances of late.
Than like Donovan.
The Donovan, yeah. Well, no. So what I'm saying is he's no longer fence sitting on his opinions. He'll say one thing or another. Stu will say stuff that we'll disagree with, but I think Stu's had recently he's had a decent number of good stances. You know, some of them against what Lawless is saying, some of them whatever. But
he's still tone deaf.
So, yeah, well, you start throwing around like, hey, buy this $10,000 ticket package to this World Cup game. Yeah, of course, it's a little tone deaf.
Tone deaf. Yep. Sometimes Stu is definitely tone deaf. What else?
Last bit on Pulisic.
Holy
transfer news! Transfer news! Who's getting mounted on transfer news? Who's getting over on transfer news? Transfer news! Everyone loves that transfer news, but me. Whatever.
Breaking: U.S. men's national team and AC Milan winger Christian Pulisic is firmly on the radar of Manchester United ahead of the summer transfer window, with the club accelerating plans to reshape their attacking options. Really? Pulisic is just 12 months remaining on his current deal. There are currently no active negotiations over an extension following initial talks last year. Okay. Is this the same U.S. men's national team only guy?
Yeah.
Are we buying this?
I mean, other people are posting it too. This is from Team Talk, I guess.
Well, then
it's firmly on the radar. I mean, everybody. Again, this is one of those words. I'm sure maybe he's higher up on. Maybe he might be high up on a scouting report. Whether or not this goes through, I don't know. I doubt it. But again, Pulisic is in negotiating talks with AC Milan. A deal has not been cracked. He's going to enter his final season, so he's either going to get sold or he's going to extend his contract. And obviously, he's going to wait till after the World Cup, and at that point, either the offers are going to roll in or he's going to continue playing with AC Milan. Plus, he's also going to have a gauge whether or not AC Milan's going to be in the Champions League, which is going to be a big factor too.
Yeah. So when you were a porn director and somebody came up to you and said, Joe's here and he's firmly ready to go, I think you would probably ask, but yes, is he firm? So I don't know how firm this firmly is. Like, he's firmly on the radar.
Joe been in the back with Al, and he's been fluffing him, getting him ready. Is that what we're talking about here?
Yeah, it's like firmly on the radar. Okay, so he's on the radar, but you know what? There's a lot of shit on the radar. There's other shit on the radar, too. Radars generally have a lot of shit on them at the same time. So he's one speck of many specks on the radar, but he's firmly on that particular radar. Whatever. I don't know what the fuck this means. I'm just breaking down the English language down to its fucking minutia and letting you know this is more bullshit by whoever the guy that, not him, but the guy who put it out. Yeah, Game Talk.
Like, Team Talk, which is a British.
And then it's British, which is always soaked with the reality that they're full of shit in general. Okay? They are generally full of shit. The British news, the British press, the Mirror, the UK, the Mirror UK, BBC, a lot of horse shit floating around there. Lots.
There you go.
Beware.
Team Talk can exclusively reveal the club is accelerating plans. Oh, we are top of that. That doesn't mean that Pulisic's their key target or anything like that.
Right.
Targeting.
He's on the
radar. Yeah, okay, whatever.
Radar. Bullshit. All right.
As previously revealed by Team Talk, Liao has been offered to United.
Okay, yeah, again, more bullshit that didn't actually come to fruition. So I would just say in this, if you're reading this report and you're a Man United fan and you're either happy about it or concerned, fuck off. If I would fuck this thing right in the ass, I wouldn't worry about it.
Let's go there talking to the fans. Calm down, guys.
Yes, exactly.
Just stop. Weston McKennie, we're still in Serie A.
Grading system. Let's do them.
A great season, quite frankly.
Yes.
We talked about him a bit when we talked about Pulisic at 79th. God, just a standout for Juve, despite the fact that some Juve fans still just don't rate him at all.
Well, there it is. He's one of the standouts of this team. He's an A-. This has been an A- season, maybe an A. At certain points, it's been an A. But if I had to give him the balance, I'm saying this has been an A- season. And by the way, having an A- season in the Serie A for one of the best contending teams for a fucking Champions League spot is something to be proud of. And so we're giving Pulisic a B or a B-. Well, guess what? Fucking McKennie's getting an A-.
Well, the big difference between the two players is that Weston is consistent week in, week out.
Yes.
Not saying that every game is a banger by any means. He's not a robot. But, I mean, consistently speaking, week in, week out, you can just assume and be assured that it's good. It was a good game by Weston.
When I watch a Juventus game and I'm doing something else at the same time, not jerking off, by the way, but doing something else, I hear McKennie's name consistently and on the regular. When I'm watching an AC Milan match and say folding clothes or whatever I'm doing the wash, I don't fucking hear his name at all. Almost
Weston's Weston's all over the pitch.
He's fucking everywhere.
You look at his heat map versus Pulisic, it's everywhere.
Yep. So there you go.
Different rules. Obviously, that's why the heat map's different. But still, yeah, Weston's absolutely an integral part to the team.
It's frankly, it's his best season ever.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm gonna go grab another 7-Up. I'll let you start the next one.
Oh, okay. Who is the next one? Oh, we don't need Derek for this one, anyways. Yunus Musa, who's on loan to Atalanta, and is heading back to AC Milan, who's flat out told him that they have no interest in keeping him at the club. Is going to be looking for a new club this summer. Won't have the World Cup to highlight, his ability on the pitch. So Musa is.
If we go to the Gregs, this is not going to be pretty. He's been mostly poor.
Yeah, I mean,
mostly poor to ghosted because he.
He had one Champions League game where he scored a goal, wasn't it?
Yep.
And then aside from that,
he's ghosted. He's been a ghost. I.e., when he played,
and that's the key right there. We got to look at the how he played, not necessarily the fact that he rarely played.
But when he played, he was a ghost, except for 2 games. So even saying mostly poor is not fair. He just simply didn't exist. He didn't make a difference when he played. I wouldn't even know he was on the field most of the time.
Yeah, that's weird. It's funny because we talk about ghosted, and it didn't make a difference. He just wasn't a positive, but maybe not necessarily per se a negative, but it is giving him a D rating, which is outside of just saying he was garbage on the pitch.
Garbage is F.
Yeah.
He wasn't garbage. He just made no impact and no difference. He was a ghost. Like he I didn't know he was there. If he had played and he at least got enough touches and was there and he played poorly, I could at least say he was on the pitch. Right? But I never noticed it hardly when he played. So I know he played a lot of different positions. He played right back at one point. They had him on different spots, but it was a poor season. But even worse, it was as if he didn't exist. So between not playing and not existing and being on the field and barely existing, I'm giving him ghosted and I'm giving him a D. You can do whatever grade you want, Brett. I'm fine with it. But that's what I'm going with.
I mean, quite frankly, I watched his Champions League game. They get the assist.
Probably his best game.
Aside from that, just because he did play, but his minutes were very erratic, and 3 minutes here or whatever, not consistency. There's no consistency for me to tune in every weekend. So I don't have enough information aside from what we talk about on a week-to-week basis to say that was not a good season by any means. And Atalanta's not taking him, and AC Milan have no interest in him.
He was not good enough to even play for Atalanta, who are not a bad team. But if you would have told me he's going to Atalanta and not fighting for a starting spot, I would have been shocked. I would have been surprised because at least at AC Milan, they kept giving him try after try after try. I think a D+ is a good score by Larry. I think that's a good in between a C- and a D.
I'm really confused by Larry, though. I mean, Larry's been fluffing Musa up, talking here. He's got 18 games. He's on a Champions League team, and I'm sitting there going like, wow. I mean, Larry must be going to be giving him like a C or something like that. All of a sudden, he's like D+. I'm like, oh wait, what happened there?
Well, I would just warn you, Brett, not to get too deep into Larry's brain. It's a dangerous place to be.
I feel I'm pretty good at breaking down Larryisms. But that one threw me for a loop. I could have swore Larry. I thought you were going to give him a higher grade than a D+. I mean, I'm fine with the D+.
No, D+ is good. I like it. It's a good Middle ground. All right, who else we got?
Busio, we talked about him already a little bit here, but obviously standout performance in Serie B.
Best player on his team.
Hopefully, we when they go up to Serie A next season, we continue to see that type of performance. Who knows how well the team will do, but we'll see if he'll be at Venezia much longer.
A.
Oh, him. I was talking about how Venezia's doing. All of a sudden, you're like, hey. I think you're giving the Illuminati symbol, whatever they do on all the.
No. That's my what is the band name? It's my Angine de Poitrine. All right. He was often the best player on the pitch this season, but he was definitely the best player on his team more often. So I'm going to give him an A, just a straight out A, flat out A.
Again, didn't get to watch a single match. There's Serie B is not something that's played on Paramount all the time.
Nope, not all the time.
So I have to go solely off of the reports I read out of Italy. What you talked about on our show.
Yep, stats.
Yeah, stats, ratings. I mean, ratings are flawed, I know, but you can only go off so much,
No, he was good. He's good. I got to watch at least 5 Busio games this season. He was really good.
Moving on to Bundesliga.
Gio Reyna has played more minutes over the last 5 games than Malik Tillman. It's time to be worried about Malik. I am not one that disagrees. Are we rating Gio or are we rating Malik Tillman?
We're on Gio right now.
Okay, Gio.
This is the big talking point that we could have gone either way, I guess, technically speaking. We'll do Gio and then Scally and then Malik.
Okay. So let's do Gio. Can we get the grading thing up again?
Yeah.
So he didn't contribute to the team here and there.
I don't think he was mostly poor either. I think he's a solid C in that front.
He was
erratic, consistent, good and bad.
Yeah. I mean, you could say ghosted because he barely played.
No, I mean, we can't say that's a ghost for minutes not played. You ghosted as being on the pitch and not doing anything.
Well, no, the reason I would say that we would have to include the fact that he didn't play much is that does lead into the whole reality that he wasn't a favorite on the team. He didn't get to play much. So, giving him a D isn't so much about his play. It's about his whole experience so far at Mönchengladbach. It's been a D.
That's fair. We did give. So when we were talking about Musa, you gave him the D and you mentioned his performance on the pitch. We talked about his minutes briefly, his time and everything like that. If that's the case, if we're going over the fact that if you don't get on the pitch, that counts into a fact as far as the ghosted and stuff like that, yes, I'm fine with giving him a D.
Yeah, I think we have to take into account that your manager and your team don't value you. And if that's the case and you don't get to play, that's called ghosting. That means you picked the wrong team to go to, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, he did not have a lot of options. Either that or right out his final year on the bench at Dortmund. So,
but this seemed like a really good option at first. I think all of us were like, "Oh, I think he might play there. He might."
It didn't help. It didn't help that Gladbach went 11 games winless. You had an interim manager who came in, who's familiar with the team and was playing uber conservative. I mean, I threw the uber in there. That's probably incorrectly used, I know, but was a very conservative coach when it came to the players on the pitch.
Yes, very conservative.
And most of the time that Gio came in, he was being asked to play a lot of defense, and that's just the state of Gladbach at that point.
Oh, he played so deep this weekend. I thought he was a fucking center defensive midfielder.
Mind you, they were playing against Dortmund, so it makes sense,
Yeah,
and he was going to be playing further and further back there.
Maybe we take the Larry move here and go with a D+.
Yeah, so I mean, again, just like other coaches that he's had, praised his abilities, praised his work at practices and stuff like that, but just didn't play him for whatever reason. And I just think in this situation, again, it was very much a conservative mindset as far as, hey, we need to grind these results out to stave off relegation. Now that they have avoided relegation these final 2 games, I'm really hoping that Gio gets more than 10 minutes.
Well, you can know, maybe he got 20 minutes this weekend.
Yeah,
But
that's what I'm saying. I'm just hoping at this point their relegation's not a question, and the coach can be a little less conservative. And that's up to him, of course. It's his gig. He's getting paid. I'm not, and he has no reason to have to play Gio. He's not hell bent to have to play him by any means. I'm just hoping,
they're a very conservative team. So DD plus, he ghosted for the most part. He didn't play. All right. Next,
Joe Scally.
Joe Scally had a really great season for Mönchengladbach.
Surprisingly, he has a wingback for the most part.
I'd say for the most part of the season, he made a positive difference. I'm giving him a B plus. That doesn't mean he's making the national team.
Yeah, I think B plus is accurate because he wasn't a standout, and he wasn't contributing here and there. He was a consistent player throughout the season. And quite frankly, similar to previous years too, he was always a consistent workhorse for the team, not really standing out. He's doing his job. But in this season, he bagged a couple good goals. He got a couple of assists.
He also had a couple stinkers.
Oh,
he had a couple of really bad games.
100%, yes.
Had some bad ones too. But overall, if you look at the whole thing of the whole work of it, he was a positive difference on the team. And if he wasn't, he wouldn't have played. They had other options. He played.
There were some weeks he didn't. There were some weeks he didn't play.
He didn't play, but generally he was a starter because he does make a positive difference on that team. I'm giving him a B plus. You could give him a B if you want to. I'd be fine with that too. But he's somewhere in that range.
Based off the standings you have here, I don't think contributed here and there is a good description of Scally's season.
I'd agree. He contributed the whole season.
Yeah.
Yes. Next.
Minus, like I said, minus a couple games there.
Yep. Doesn't mean he's making the national team. Tillman. People are not going to like my rating of Tillman, and I really like Malik Tillman. Trust me, I do. I really like this player. But I watched a shitload of Bayer Leverkusen this season. And if we bring up our chart, I'm going to tell you, he fits into contributed. Well, erratic and inconsistent is probably. I give him a C plus between B and C.
D minus, C plus range.
Yep.
He contributed here and there, but it was also erratic and inconsistent.
Yep. There was a lot of good and bad.
Do you think more on the B minus or more on the C plus?
I'm going C plus. I expected a lot more from him this season, and I just think I don't know if they're utilizing him in the right way, but I did definitely come to the conclusion this season he is not a playmaker. Like, he is not providing through passes and amazing balls to other players for them to score. Like, that just doesn't seem to be his thing. He's really good in the box and when he's there, and he's good at finishing. He's a scoring center attacking midfielder or midfielder. He's just not really good at distribution or through balls in the way you would hope. So
I think it's in his wheelhouse. It just doesn't necessarily mean that he
didn't happen. Yeah.
We've seen it. We've seen it at PSV. We've seen it with the U.S. men's national team. He's capable of creating those opportunities.
Is. Yeah.
Now maybe it's one of those things. He's entering a top flight Bundesliga side, and I don't know. Maybe it's going to take time for him to fully adjust. Not adjust. Let me rephrase this. I don't think he necessarily had to adjust to Bundesliga, but fully adapt and move on.
Well, and he's gone backwards to the point where now he's not a starter for the last month. He's playing 5-10 minutes a game. It's not good. It's really not. So C plus. This is as good as I can give Malik Tillman for his first season in the Premier League. All right. Who we got here? Who's that?
James Sands with St. Pauli.
Okay. Well, if we're talking
pre-injury.
It's all relative, right?
Yeah.
Like, he plays for a really horrible team, and he's one of the best players on that team. Like, he's one of the most solid players on that team. So if we go to the rating system, I'm going to have to be fair and say St. Pauli are horrible, but he's one of the standouts of the team. He just is. he's an A- for that team, even though that team is dreadful. And that doesn't mean necessarily that James Sands should be on the national team or is going to be on the national
or his
team.
A- is equivalent to Weston's A-.
Exactly. It's not the same thing. But for his club performance for his team, he was one of the standouts for that team. So as far as his grade goes for his club team, I have to give him an A-. It's not the same sort of A- as Weston McKennie's A or A-, but they're just a really shitty team. And
Larry says they were awful with him. No, they were just awful.
They're just awful across the board. They're bad.
Well, they weren't great. I mean, when they end up finishing? Were they relegated?
Well, we're only talking about his club performance and his performance on the team.
They're fighting the last two matches or whatever Bundesliga has. St. Pauli's fighting for relegate or to save off. Wolfsburg is right there in the playoff spot.
Yeah,
and it. That's it. St. Pauli's fighting for a playoff spot. That's it.
Here's the tough part. You can say based on the competition of the league that because of how bad that team is, he could only contribute here and there. So if you want to go with that route, I'd be fine with giving him a B because that's all he could possibly do on a team that bad. It's a bad team. It's a really bad team across the board. So he contributed here and there, but I think he did make a positive difference on the team. So I'm willing to go B+. But if I'm being really realistic about his contributions to that team, he's one of the best players on that team. And that's saying something because that team's, the team's garbage. So take that as you will.
But even then, though, you're looking at Sands, and you're going off of his performance with his team. And yes, like we talked about him being a standout for the team, but just because you look at a B+ or an A- within the same league, and we gave Malik Tillman a C-, B- range.
Yeah.
If you had to choose between either him or Sands, I'm taking Malik.
I'm taking Tillman.
Every day of the fucking week. But
Absolutely.
Just because he may have a higher rating in this sense, is because this is based off of club performance and where they stand in the league.
Who they play for. It's not these ratings aren't fair. They're not fair because if you play with St. Pauli and your team's a joke and you're one of the best players on the team, you're just going to get a higher rating because you had more responsibility. And in Tillman's case, he was supposed to have a lot of responsibility and didn't because he was mad. So just keep that in mind with these. These aren't head-on ratings. It's just within their club how and what they were within that team. Obviously, if Sands went to go play for Leverkusen, he wouldn't even play. He wouldn't even start. He'd be a ghost.
Well, it'd be like if Taylor Booth had an A+ season, let's just say.
Yeah.
And Pulisic had a whatever we gave him B+ range or whatever it was. Just because Taylor Booth had an A+ season doesn't mean that he'd be playing for AC Milan.
Because he plays at fucking Twente, which, by the way, Taylor Booth had a ghost of a season at 20. We're not even going to do him.
I didn't even pull it up. I don't even recall you talking about him during the Yankees.
No, because he's injured 90% of the season. Yeah. Yeah. No point. Balogun.
Here's a guy whose season was constantly on the rise in the grading system.
He's definitely at least one of the standouts of the team.
And he keeps scoring.
Yeah.
You can't stop the guy.
I don't know if I could call him the best player on his team, but he's definitely a standout on his team. At the very least, I'd give him an A/A-, somewhere in that realm. I think he's been fabulous, and we need to somehow tap into that. We do.
Flo's been scoring for the U.S. men's national team, too. He scored against Japan.
No, it's not been bad, but I can't give him an A+.
Did he score against Belgium? Was he one of the two?
I don't
recall. I don't recall.
Yeah. By the way, Larry, Maloney would go into the ghost machine because he's barely played. He gets 5 here, 10 here, 15 here, 5 here, nothing, 5, 10, 5, 10. I love Maloney, and he should have been tried as a center back. It's too late for that now. And he needs to go to a team where he plays. I don't know what they're doing there at Mainz, but apparently they just, well, when they brought him in, they didn't even play his position, right? They don't play that position. So bringing him in, unless you're going to play him as center back, when you don't play that position, why did you sign Leonard Maloney?
It's like the only Larry. I think Maloney is the only white guy that Larry will stroke his pole to.
He's making $1.2 million a year riding Pine. Who cares?
It's like don't get us wrong, Larry. We were very, very.
Oh, we love Maloney. Yeah,
very big fans of.
So
Maloney.
you're saying he made more money? That's why he signed them. I wasn't asking why Maloney signed with Mainz. I was asking why Mainz signed Maloney because they didn't seem to have a place for him to play. All right, so that seemed like not a good mix.
There's no way he was just making $120,000 at Heidenheim. He had to be making more than that.
I doubt it.
I don't think so.
He was a Dortmund 2 player before then. Yep.
Anyhow,
Maloney should have been tried as a center back at Mainz, which
talk with the U.S. men's national team.
At the U.S. men's national team, he was tried as a center back twice at Mainz this season, and I guess they didn't like it. And
center mid once for the U.S. men's national team.
Yep. No, way up. Rough going for me. I'm giving him in a C. Erratic, inconsistent, good and bad. I'm sorry.
Erratic most of the weeks. Again, I don't have the league or Ligue 1. So again, I'm going off of reports. I'm going off of people who do pay to watch Ligue 1. And then obviously all the stats you can pull up and everything like that. But he just sounded way. I mean, he had some bang average games and then some really inconsistent games.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
So
I illegally tapped in to be in other places to watch.
Sell those 7
games. I did watch a lot of highlights too, and he was never in them. Never in them, which is not good when he usually started and played 90, 70, 80 minutes, and you're like, where are the highlights where he's included? Oh, there aren't any.
And none of his guys scored goals, right? But he didn't score goals either. So
yeah, it was not what we thought when he went there. We thought he'd be a big contributor. We thought he'd be at least a B or a B plus, but he ended up a C. Not a great season for Webb. Got a lot to work on. Didn't play this weekend because of card accumulation. Just kind of disappointing. The games I watched, I was like, when does he get involved?
Yeah.
When does he?
May not have been a standout player, but I mean, his team did finish third in the league, or will finish third in the league. Rephrase that, or most likely to finish third.
Well, at least he missed the game where they got the shit kicked out of him this weekend. He couldn't play because of card accumulation, and they got the shit kicked out of him this weekend. So there's that.
Tony Martinez gives us an A+.
Tony, you're a saint. Thank you.
Both of our parents are proud of us now. Thank you.
Indeed. Both of your parents. Your two parents? Okay, yeah.
I'll say your parents and my parents are proud of us.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're not the same thing. We're not brothers. All right.
We all don't look alike, okay?
Exactly.
Even the check gets an A+ by Tony. Nice. Chad's banging.
All right, who's next?
Mark McKinney.
McKenzie. I don't know. That's like around a B+ somewhere around there. Let's do the chart again. Just to
made a positive difference, or here and there.
Yeah, I'd say he's a B+. Made a positive difference throughout the season. Yeah, not a standout, but played his role and played it well. Next,
Next.
Ooh, this one's tough. Because now the
Like,
dude's
we're up,
bench.
it was up here, and then it's just
Yeah.
he got relegated to center back, and now he's relegated to the bench. I mean, God, what a fall from grace this guy has had.
No. It's a tough one. So it's just like the Pulisic thing where it's like he's playing really great, and now it's the end of the season.
Like the beginning of the end all started with that PSG goal where he got fouled and they scored a goal.
Yeah. I don't know. Let's look at the chart and see where we can put him.
Not B plus.
No.
You could say contributed here and there. Erratic, maybe?
Could.
Again, that middle ground, perhaps. I don't know.
I just have to give him a B. He contributed here and there, and that's still going on. But
I'm gonna drop it down just slightly and say B minus because it was again went from center mid to center back to bench.
Yeah, B minus.
Downward trajectory. I mean, it's teetering into the C minus range.
It
or
really is.
Sorry, C plus range.
Yeah, B minus.
Yeah,
because it started so promising. And now we're like, he's not even on the lineup. He wasn't even on the lineup this week. Maybe it's an injury we don't know about, but yeah, B minus is fair.
Larry's saying that he played most of the first part of the season due to player injuries, and they all got
true.
Getting pushed back.
That is true.
Yeah.
But anyhow, I mean, there's a reason they're at the top half of the table.
4. I think they're 4th.
Yeah, I mean, they're a good team, and they were up there when he was actually playing on the regular. So I don't know. All right,
let's move on to England.
When he plays.
So with Tyler, though, that's a unique one because obviously we talked about, hey, when players aren't playing, that leads to ghosting. But he's not playing because of his ability on the pitch. He's not playing because he's injured.
Right. But when he's healthy, he plays. And he usually starts. I'd have to say I think I'd just say he made a positive difference the whole season. He's a B plus guy in the Premier League, which is saying a lot. All right. So B plus for.
I mean, I guess we have to, at some point, we have to possibly take into consideration injuries as far as a negative to the.
I'm not going to do that because if you were healthy and you got benched, that's one thing. And you kind of got ghosted.
If you're a player that misses half a season to injury consistently every season, that's got to play a factor at some point.
But it wasn't, right? He missed
Sure, I used half
4 games, 5 games. Yeah.
I'm sure. I believe it was more than 4 or 5 games, but
6? This is a month and a half? Month and a half? Maybe 2 months at most. Either way, when he's healthy, he's just a positive.
Agreed. I agree. 100%.
For the whole team. Like this weekend, I don't think you put a foot wrong. I watched that game with my parents against Crystal Palace, and we're like, where the fuck is Chris Richards? They're like, the announcer's like, well, Chris Richards not in the game, not starting. They're resting him.
So this season he's
fucking Conference Cup? Oh, fuck. All right.
This season he missed pretty much from December 20th all the way through February 7th. And then a couple other games. So a little over about 2 months.
Mm-hmm. Anyhow, when he plays, I'm going to still stick with a B plus. Made a positive difference for Bournemouth all season. When he plays, he's damn good. He's never a ghost. He's never poor. Well, not never. I mean, everybody has a bad game. But generally, he's just a fucking wrecker in the middle of the field that is totally dependable. So, B plus for Tyler Adams. Ugh.
I don't even know what's happening, quite frankly.
Well, he just had one of the worst games of his season today, last weekend.
There you go. Or last week or this past weekend?
This past weekend. He fucking did not play good at all. And not only that, he's been in, out. Sessignon basically stole his starting spot.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, he was injured. I understood the injury and everything. He came back and he played like 8 straight games, and then all of a sudden it was just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
Well,
during those 8 games after his injury, he was pretty fucking solid.
There's some good games there. So if we go to the system, I'd say he contributed here and there this season for Fulham. It was not like last season when he was one of the standouts of the team. He's just not. He contributed here and there, and that's all I can give him this season. So not always available. When he was available, he played mostly well. Last weekend, sketchy. Or this past weekend, sketchy. I'm going to give him a B. That's all I can give him. Like, we're talking about the standards he has set when he was one of the best players on the team, which would have been an A. Now we're down to B. Okay? So he's just a contributor here and there right now for Fulham. And I watch every game.
Just ride it out, Jedi. Be healthy for the World Cup.
Please be healthy for the World Cup. Something's not all right there. Something is not 100% right with Jedi. I don't think. Even now, I'm still concerned that after watching last weekend's game, there's just something not all there with him. Not sure what. Aronson. This is another contributing here and there guy. But you could also boost him up to making a difference because he has. So I think
week out though.
I think I'd be more favorable here and give him a B plus, and say he made a positive difference on this Leeds team. He really did. He's not a standout, but he certainly is a positive. Like,
I know you watched far more Leeds games than I did.
Oh, I watch him every weekend.
So
yep.
I mean, the handful of Aronson performances I watched were a mixed bag. You know, I'm hoping to see Dark Brendan, and I just get regular Brendan, and then I'll get Dark Brendan the next week. I watch it, not necessarily like 4 or 5 games in a row, but I've watched a handful of games throughout the season and just got a mix.
I would say he's between a B plus and a B if there were such a thing, because he does make a positive difference, but he only really contributes here and there, so it's somewhere in there. Somewhere in that region. So maybe a B plus, somewhere around there. But
it's fine. It's fine to stick with B plus because I mean he obviously, again, not all the games that I watched by any means, but he did make a positive difference throughout.
They're clearly not going to be relegated at this point.
Oh, 100% not. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, shit, he started most of the games this season. I mean, the majority of them. And the coach never gave up on him. So
no, the coach stood behind him most of the time.
Now,
like literally stood up for him in the media.
Kind of in the sort of way where he's also exposing him at the same time. Listen, I know he doesn't finish in the final third, but he works his ass off.
Little backhanded slaps.
Yeah.
Backhanded compliments.
Backhanded compliments. Yeah. Like, yeah, I get it.
Guy goes out there and busts his ass, but you're not expecting him to score a lot of goals, guys.
I know he gets in the final third. He fucks up a lot, but he's a really hard worker. Yeah, those kind of compliments. And you know, after last weekend, pull your hair out, dude. 1-on-1 with the goalie. Come the fuck off it. Score, dude. Oh. Crazy town for me. Anyhow, still. All right. Chris Richards. We go to the scale, and you have to say he's just made a big positive difference on this team the whole game, the whole season. He's a positive. Has he had bad games? Yes, you're a center back. You're gonna have bad games.
It's gonna happen, yeah.
Yeah, but generally, he's just been a positive for this team the whole season. He's not a standout. He's not blowing your balls off or anything, or even minorly blowing your balls off.
I mean, it's tough to be a standout in
the Premier League
for a center back, even.
Yeah,
I mean, generally speaking, a standout would be for a center back would be somebody who's going to get pressured all the time, but then is just lights out. Because, I mean, you look at the center backs for, like, the best teams, and, yeah, they're going to be great players and all, But will they be standouts in comparison to their offensive counterparts? Probably not.
Yeah. So I think made a positive difference for Crystal Palace all season's fair. B+ for Chris Richards.
Yeah, I mean, if a center back is your standout player of the team,
you got a
your
problem.
Best player of the team, yeah, you've got problems, right?
But there have been center backs in the past that have been so dominant and so good, you would definitely say they're probably near the best player on the team, just because they're also a leader of the team. We're talking about the glory days at Liverpool for a number of different center backs. But, the one that they have now, certainly, who is Van Dijk, once considered the best center back in the world. I'm not sure we can say that anymore. He's aging. So there's that.
With the grading scale, if it's game by game, that's different. Yeah, you can have a standout performance. But being a standout player, the standout player on the team or the best player on the team, most people probably are not going to lean into a defender.
So Bravado says Palace is ass this season. I don't know what you expected, Bravado, because honestly, they keep giving away all their best players. So the fact that they're this competitive, they're in no real threat of being relegated, and they're still in the Conference League. The Conference League, Brett, is the third division of the fucking European Trophy Leagues. Did you know that? Nobody will ever remember, unless your team won it, who the fucking Conference League champions were ever. No one fucking cares unless their team wins it.
I had to verify too where they were located, but yeah, they are 15th, but they're obviously clear of relegation.
They're not going to get relegated.
They had a -6 goal differential, so it's not like they were just leaking goals, and they weren't complete shit. They just weren't.
They're not a good team, but they're not going to get. They're not so bad. They're getting relegated. And with all the players they've given away and sold, that's why their fucking manager said, "I ain't managing this team next season. Fuck off. Fuck you. I'm leaving." And they're like, "Okay, please stay for the rest of the season." He's like, "I'll stay and finish out the season. After that, I'm out of here. I'd rather have no job at all than work for Crystal Palace, where we just give away all our best players, or, supposedly making money selling all our best players." So there you go. Somebody mentioned Harry Maguire. I do have to say this. No, not about Harry Maguire. But about who I think is probably
standout is Noah Banks, and then he said Harry Maguire too.
I know that's got to be a joke.
It's a joke,
right? Yeah. Harry Kane, to me, is one of the best players in the world right now. And, we don't say it often. I don't think that's ever been said on many shows, except for English shows. But when I watch Bayern Munich play in the Champions League, I am have been and continue to be amazed by Harry Kane. And England can only be so lucky to have that guy for as long as he can play at a top level, because he's just really good. He's just fucking a great soccer player. Mm-hmm. So a shout out to Harry Kane, not Harry Maguire. All right. Cardoso. This one's interesting.
I mean, he was injured for a spell. Then when he came back, he didn't play for a spell, and then all of a sudden, he's back to being a starter and doing well in the Champions League. And I don't know, it was a roller coaster of a season.
I still say he's generally made a positive difference on the team. I would go with B+B. He's contributed here and there, or he's made a positive. He started enough that I think you can say he's had a positive. He's going to start this Champions League game, by the way. He's going to start. They saved him and played Obed Vargas instead in the last game.
Obed.
Good old Obeg Vargas. Right along there with Bilbo Baggins. I think I'm going to give him a B+. I think it's mostly been positive for him this season. I think he's made a positive difference for the team. He's had bad games. Don't get me wrong. He has had some stinkers.
Well, I think it's similar. It's like the mirror opposite of Pulisic. First half of the season was injury and on the bench for the most part. And then second half of the season from like January on, he's been either a starter or an off the bench for at least 30 plus minutes. He's playing with them in their Champions League games. You just see highlight reels are anything to really go off of by any means, but man, you just see that, you just look at them and you're like, he needs to do that consistently, and he needs to start doing that for the U.S. men's national team. Yeah.
By the way, the Twitter feed is dead, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been dead the entire time. This is only the 62 right now are only YouTubers.
It's fucking crazy, dude. So
I've got to unlink it and probably relink it back up.
So we're typically like near 300. This is killing us. It's killing us. Holy shit. All right. Anyhow.
I think the same number of viewers on YouTube still come and watch us in the end. So we're really only missing on like.
They watch us later, but I like having everybody here live. It's fun. All right. Okay. It's just fucked up, man.
I mean, I don't know how many people on the numbers that are on Twitter. I don't know how many of them are really contributing to the show, like in the chat or anything like that.
It's they watch though.
It's nice to see the 300 active viewers there and all, but
yeah, but they watch.
So yeah, our last show is at 1.3 K, which is the same for a lot of our shows recently. So our YouTube numbers aren't getting affected by any means.
They aren't. People watch later, but it's just. It was always really cool to have 300 people. We love the folks that are here, but it's like, I don't know, Twitter, the fuck, fix that shit. All right, next.
Ooh, bad picture.
That's all right. It'll work. Alex Freeman. Okay, this is really recency bias here.
Unbelievably so, yes.
Extreme recency bias, but you can add in his time in Orlando if you want to. But he's already made a positive difference for his team. I'm giving him a B+. We don't have much to go on, but I watched the last two games. He was good. Really good. I know that Tack was surprised. I don't think we are. I think we knew that would translate. Tack didn't think it would. I did. I think he'd be fine. I thought he'd be fine. Eventually, he's got too much athleticism, too much technical skill, too much soccer IQ to not fit in at Villarreal in Spain. I thought he'd be fine, and now it's all playing out. So
I wonder if this is all big brain 4D chess by Poach by making Freeman play the Joe Scally role. With the U.S. men's national team, making him play more defensively. Hey, you got to bone up on your defensive capabilities before you make that jump over to Europe. Your offensive abilities are great. I'm joking around, of course. Obviously, that's not the reason why, but
yeah.
So, I mean, the big talking points out of Villarreal has been his defensive presence, quite frankly.
So, got to give him a B+ right now. Let's see and hope that continues. Yep.
This is the twofer.
Pepe Dest?
Pepe Dest.
I mean, Pepe, whenever he's healthy, is goddamn, he's fucking good. I mean, he scored 3 headers in a row in 3 games.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, the fucking Dutch press is like, he's the best header of the ball ever in Dutch football. You're like, really? The best header ever? I mean, it looks like it. I mean, those headers that he's putting in are not. Well, one of them is pretty fucking easy. The other 2 were not.
We always knew that he was solid in the air. You know, we talked about how.
I don't think we knew he was this good. Have you watched those headers? Those are crazy. Those are crazy headers at crazy angles. I don't know. He's better than I thought he was in the air. He's even better than I thought he was. So if I had to give him a grade, Can we go to the grade scale? Because
It hasn't changed.
I think when he plays, he's still, although he doesn't touch the ball a lot sometimes, but when he's asked to do his job, he does his job. So for the games that he's played in, I think he's generally been a standout.
So this is an interesting thing, because obviously we talked about like the defenders and how it's hard to place a standout for a defender. But if the defender does his job consistently, I mean, is he still considered a standout for his team? Whereas when you're in the offense, if you're scoring goals, yeah, it's easy to say, oh, he's a standout player. But you got to take into other consideration the other aspects of him being a striker. And I'm not saying he shouldn't be an A-. I'm just saying you're like, when he's asked to do his job, he scores goals, so it's a standout performance. Well, Chris Richards being asked to do his job prevents a lot of goals. He's not a standout player because he's a defender.
Yeah, I mean, if going on that argument, you would give both Dest and Pepe a B+. Then.
Sure. No, I absolutely agree that he's at least a positive difference.
Yeah. So, yeah, fair. B+ for both. That's fair. And you know what? If Dest hadn't gotten hurt, I mean, he could have done more damage. We could see more there. We could give him a better rating. But both of them, when played, have been extremely positive for the team.
I was going to say, Dest is absolutely a positive difference maker as well. So, yeah, again, yes, I know scoring goals is definitely the job of a striker.
Yeah,
and it's always much more memorable than keeping a clean sheet.
Yep.
You know, hey, Pepe scored 3 great headers in the last 3 games. Well, Chris Richards had 4 clean sheets in the last 5 games. Well, what's better, you know?
I don't know if he's done that.
I'm making up numbers. I'm making up numbers to make a point. That's all I'm doing.
I know. I'm just kidding. All right, next.
Austin Trusty.
This is not going to be fair because he plays in Scotland, right? He plays in Scotland, so for his club, he has been a standout on his team.
That's fair.
If it was a shittier league or a better league, of course, that wouldn't be possible.
Well, I think that here's the thing, though. I think for the most part, minus the first couple of games, 3 or 4 games, under Nancy.
True.
But the rest of the season, I think they've had 11 standout players on the.
That's true. Let's just give him a B+. He's a general positive for the team.
Yeah.
All right. Fair enough. Next.
I did not add CCV because he was injured practically the entire season.
Yeah. No point. Yeah. Big toe.
Haji Wright.
Oh, well, that is
made team of the season.
Yes.
Promoted.
Yep.
Right? Yeah.
So that's up there. He's one of the standouts on his
team. It's got to be, yeah. It's got to be a standout season.
A- for Haji Wright.
Well, it's got to be like, I don't best when you start seeing best player pitch. I mean, that's a tough thing for A-, A-. I don't know if he was necessarily the best player on his team though, but he did bag a shit ton of goals and he did make the team of the year. So I mean, that's a big fucking positive. That's why I'm teetering here.
He's really close to an A, being the best player on his team. But I do think in general, we can easily land on one of the standouts game by game for his team.
Yeah.
Over the season, not every game. He's had some stinkers. All right. I'm giving him an A-.
Some people are giving him B- and B+ because he had a cold spell here and there throughout the season.
Larry's like he's going to suck next year. We're going to find out, Larry. I'm really curious about that as well. Like Coventry could get absolutely slaughtered every game, and he could get no service.
And Larry's being truthful in his opinion here because he's like he's going to suck next year. Plus, I'm the number 1 Haji fan out there. So
yeah, I love Haji, but it could be ruthless next season. Absolutely a bloodbath. We'll see who else they sign. And if you're Haji Wright, you're hoping they don't sign a center forward to take your spot. And then you end up being the guy that comes in 10 minutes, the last 10 minutes every game. So
I don't know. I feel like Haji's got the build, and he's got international experience scoring goals. I think if I'm Coventry, I'm looking more like solidifying defense. I'm looking at getting a creative option in the midfield.
Yep, I think a midfielder, a quality center back.
Yeah,
those are the spots.
Shore up the spine. I think Haji's perfectly capable of hanging in EPL. He's got the physical prowess. He's got the nose for the goal, and he's hungry. He just needs somebody to help back up.
I would probably also say a left or right back as well, an extra one, and who's really good. Maybe both sides. I think they're fine, but I don't know how. I look at Coventry City and I'm really very concerned about being EPL ready. I really do. We said that about a lot of teams coming up, but Leeds have been fine, but a lot of those players have already been in the Premier League before. These Coventry City motherfuckers, on the other hand, this is a whole new thing for them.
They're the wild card.
They're like, not that they don't have one or two guys that have played in the Premier League, but it's like, this is going to be a whole new fucking ball of wax. And they're all going to have to fucking figure it out real fast, or else they're going to be right at the bottom all season long. Mm-hmm. It could be a slaughter. All right, next.
Speaking of somebody who might be in the EPL next season, although it's going to take a couple months of the season to recover.
Yeah. I'm still giving him a B+ for the season.
It's a pretty fair assessment. He's definitely made a positive impact.
Yes.
In the game. Yeah, 100%.
He's not a standout, but he's definitely made a major positive difference at Derby. And too bad for him that it's Achilles, I believe, and that is not good.
Oh, sorry. I don't know why I was looking at Hull, but Derby is not in the promotion race, so they are out.
No,
sorry.
Out.
I don't know why I was thinking, who's at Hull? Was it Damien? Who was at Hull?
No one's at Hull.
Somebody was at Hull.
Nope. Damien Downs was at Southampton.
Ironically, in the playoff right now for promotion.
Yeah. Nobody at Hull. But anyhow, nobody at Hull. At one point in time, Josie was at Hull.
Don't say one point in time. That doesn't make, I don't care anybody who's.
Josie was at Hull. That's all I'm saying. But
yeah.
Since then, no Americans. All right. What else we got?
Aidan Morris.
I'd say he's probably one of the best players on that team.
Every game I've watched him play, yeah, absolute standout.
A-.
Yeah.
Yeah. A- for Aidan Morris this season. How close are they to promotion?
That's what I was just pulling up here.
While you pull that, I'm going to go pee.
Middlesbrough's in the playoff right now. They're fifth spot. They're fifth place right now.
I'm going to go pee.
Fair enough. Yeah, Aidan Morris is absolutely having a standout season. Consistently good when I watch Middlesbrough. It'll be interesting to see if how they do in the playoffs. We don't need Derek for this next one, but I added Josh Sargent because he started the season off in the EFL. Obviously, moved his way to MLS because of family decisions and that type of stuff. Yeah, this is a bad season for Josh. I'm gonna take Derek's opinion on this. I'm not mostly poor, but I'm gonna go with D- F+ range. I mean, I know the season's not necessarily over at Toronto, but this was bad. I mean, when he was fighting it out with Norwich, it was the worst I've seen Norwich play since he went there. And now Norwich almost fought their way back up into playoffs, close to a playoff spot, but not quite. But Derek, I gave Josh Sargent an F.
Yeah.
For the season.
Yep. Stunk it up after a good start.
Blah.
Stunk it up.
Zendejas.
One of the most important players on his team.
Dude, an absolute fucking stellar season who can't find a freaking call up.
Nope.
It's fascinating.
I mean, listen, this is all not fair and balanced. Obviously, if you were playing in the Premier League, he wouldn't be one of the best players on his team. He'd be a very good player, probably, but not one of the best players on his team. And frankly, he's just is. He's one of the best players on his team. He's the A guy for his team.
Yeah.
He's an A.
Yeah, and you make the comparison of whether or not he'd be playing in EPL or La Liga or whatever. He's beaming with confidence right now. And the last time he played for the U.S. men's national team, he played well. I don't know why he hadn't gotten another call up since that match against Japan.
But we were there. We were there for that one.
Yes, Poach saw something he simply just doesn't rate. But,
even though he said after the game that he was really impressed by Zendejas.
Yeah, it's weird. Just can't quite get a call.
There's no way that Zendejas is 5'9". Is that possible? There's no way Zendejas is 5'9". He's like 5'6", 5'7", at best. He seems very tiny to me. I might be wrong.
5'6" according to the Googles.
Thank you.
Wiki.
Okay, I just thought I was losing my mind. All right.
Bravado before I got it.
All right. Roxas Pukstas.
I just wanted to add him in there.
No, that's fine. He's one of
the kid needs to get the fuck out of there, but
he's the best player on his team.
Yeah.
He's an A. Absolutely an A.
10th goal of the season. And there's definitely a portion of the fan base on Twitter and social medias that talk about him. But he's got to be like the most unknown person in the U.S. pool, quite frankly.
Well,
that should get a move in something bigger.
Yeah, this team's fucking with him. So, they're like, hey, we got this amazing deal for MLS. He's like, I don't want to go to MLS, bitch. I want to go play in the Bundesliga or Holland.
I was going to say, I mean, Croatian league leaks players into Serie A.
I mean, you can say he needs to go to Belgium, but unless he's playing in one of the two top teams in Belgium, I don't want him to go to Belgium. I think he's good enough to play in Holland. He's good enough to play the championship. He's good enough to play in the Bundesliga.
Minus the top couple teams in Holland. I mean, I'm not sure there's much of a difference between the place that Bravado wanted him to go to in Holland. But
come on now. You got PSV, Ajax, Feyenoord. Like the list,
the top goal teams. I said it's a deeper league-ish,
way deeper league at the top. There are like 4 or 5 really good teams every year in Holland. There's only like a couple decent teams in Belgium every year, and the rest of them are garbage. They're garbage. The Belgium league is not good. It's not a good league. Holland's way better. I would go to Holland. I would go to Germany championship if you can get there. Because you'll play. Don't go to the Premier League. You might be able if you're Pukstas, because the Serie A likes to sign Croatians and Serbians. They have a history of that. Go do that before you go to the Premier. Don't go to the Premier League. Whatever you do, don't do that. Do not do that.
So Martinez says the Latvia League, right?
No. You go to Spain, bottom half the fucking table, do that. But do not, this is the thing. We've been saying this a lot on this show. Do not go to the Premier League unless it is absolutely clear you are so high quality that you're going to play. Because if you're that high quality, they're going to play you regardless. Otherwise, you're going to be battling your ass off to play. Go ask Turner. Go ask the other goalie. Go ask
Horvath.
Well, Horvath never made it. No. Colorado.
Stefan.
Go ask Miazga. Go ask homeboy from Chicago, whether you ever get to play on the team that signed you in England. You just don't. You don't even get a shot.
Mr. Gaga.
Or go ask Michael Bradley when Aston Villa signed him. How many chances you get? 1? 2? Buckle your shoe?
45 minutes right off the plane and didn't play a single goddamn minute after that.
Yep. Even Jermaine Jones, who did battle out and did start, he had to battle it out to start when he went to the Premier League. So, yeah. Okay, there are other examples. Obviously, Dempsey played, McBride, Bocanegra. There are plenty of examples of players who did go there and did start. But look at the team that they're generally on. Fulham, and Fulham. Okay? You go to Fulham, they will play you. Whether you're Mexican or American, they don't care. They're going to play you. But a lot of other teams, still some very serious bad vibes going to those teams. Unless you're Adams currently, right? Or Chris Richards, where you've proven yourself. And maybe that's just it.
Well, both of those players had track records, not only in EPL with Leeds for Adams, but they had track records in Bundesliga.
Yes. Yep. So you got to have a track record. If you don't, you're coming from MLS or you're coming from fucking Croatia. You might need a better track record. But I still think Holland, Germany, Championship, all good places to go. Still.
Italy, despite the fact that Dak thinks the Championship is garbage now. I don't think it's changed in the last 10 years, 20 years. I think it's the same league it was. It's just if you're a large mammal, you can succeed there. All right, we are done for tonight. Unless, what is this? Nope, this is just Haji receiving a top goal scorer award.
Yep.
I don't know if that's just for Coventry or if that's for the entire league, but
hey,
he looks pretty fucking cool.
Thanks to all 76 of you who
last thing I wanted to mention before we round it off here. We didn't talk about anybody in MLS. One, the season's still underway, but two, we talked about the promising youth players that are coming up through the woodwork in the previous live stream, whether it was last week or the week before. So I feel like we've already covered those players already, and this is more of an overall end of the season report of players who most likely will be playing or could be playing for the U.S. men's national team. So.
Yeah, if we left somebody out, let us know. We didn't talk MLS players, which we could, because Berhalter is still having a really great season. Roldan, not as good as last year, but not crummy or anything. So we could have gotten into that, but we're just dealt with the overseas guys right now. So that's our review. And we will be back next Monday. We'll get this Twitter fucking thing fixed, hopefully.
Fingers crossed.
And we'll get back to the 280 people who are usually here. But we love the 60 or the 76 of you who are here tonight. Just kind of weird that one thing is. Yeah. Anyhow, let's not be negative. Let's keep going forward. Thanks for showing up tonight. We will be with you Monday. Have a great week. And we'll see you soon. Good night.
That hurt.
Welcome to the post-match.
Ooh, super chat.
Yep. Just came across it. I don't know how I missed it. I'm sorry, Ashton.
What football club would a family from Rhineland, Platz, in Germany support? Did ancestry and both some dad's side and mom's is from around there, like the Rhineland, like right on the fucking river? That's a really good question. Bavaria generally is in the kind of southwestern portion. I mean, if you want to support a big club, why not Bayern, right? Just go for it, right?
You want to be lame.
I mean, on the river itself, kind of hard to say. Just thinking out loud. I'd have to. Can we bring up a map real quick of German clubs on a map? German Bundesliga 1 clubs on a map of Germany, just so I don't miss anybody. But I mean, if you're really going to go for the big boy, it's not like, I mean, Bavaria is close enough, right? Just go for them. And, you know, my grandfather, who grew up in Prussia, was a Bayern Munich fan, which is weird. East Prussia, he grew up. Of course, East Prussia doesn't exist anymore. And his town where he was born is called Marienburg, which has been renamed something in Polish now. But if we look at the River Rhine.
Which one? Which river? That river or this river?
No. It's the one with France. Separating France. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. I think you're still pretty. I know Bayern Munich are not near the Rhine. I guess you could go. I wouldn't. That's not a good team. There's. I mean, we're getting
right here.
We're getting a little north, but I mean, listen. The bottom line being, I don't really think I like. Is Frankfurt down there somewhere? Or Freiburg? Where's Freiburg?
Right here.
There we go. Freiburg, that's a pretty good one. I mean, it's not a good team, though. So if you want to go for a good team, that's my problem, right? I know Bayern's not really close to the Rhine. I'm not really giving you any good answers because there are lots of shitty teams and smaller teams along the Rhine you could go for.
So is the Rhine literally this border?
Yes.
Okay.
So if we go up and down that, there are a lot of Saarbrücken, for instance. I think they're in the 3rd division. Yeah. I'm not, like, I would be really bad at giving you a fucking team. I'm not sure. Like, we could go, like, this, it's
Freiburg.
He wants to go further north because he's talking about the Saar. I get it. But there's not a lot of good teams up there. There's just not. I mean, the best one, if you want to go way north, would be Mönchengladbach. I think if we go up further. Isn't that Mönchengladbach? They're near Dusseldorf.
Oh, yeah, over here. Yeah.
So, and Dusseldorf, right there too, Dusseldorf used to be a very consistently good team.
Don't forget about Köln.
You could do Köln if you wanted to. And Bonn, of course, was the capital of Germany during the Cold War years, but their teams suck. Like, there's a lot of bad teams along the Rhine. That's all I'm saying. I would
do Mainz or Frankfurt. Right through here, is it not?
I never think it's a good idea to say, like, I want to pick a region and pick a team. I think you just need to kind of feel it. Right.
Ashton was a Dortmund fan before he knew all this info.
Yeah, I would stick with Dortmund, except I fucking can't stand them.
Kaiserslautern.
Hey, Dooley played at Kaiserslautern for many years, right? I I'm a big Dooley guy, so I'm fine with that too. I think it's kind of up to you. There are like a lot of 2 Bundesliga, 3 Bundesliga teams along the Saar / Rhineland area. But if you want to go with the whole Rhine, I think you're, because of your 23andMe or whatever you're doing, want to get more specific. So, yeah, I guess go look at a map and look at the towns and say, because there are a lot of, like, every fucking German town and village has a fucking soccer team, dude. So I played when I was a little kid. I played at Erlangen. That's not even that team doesn't exist. And then it came back as something else since I was a kid. Right? Like, so teams have changed over the years. So check that out too. I don't want to give you any specific team, but
there's quite a few teams on that river, depending, I guess.
Not right on the river, though. right?
They're not really close enough to the river. I mean, mine's is the closest one, I guess.
I mean, Saarbrücken would
Bern
be.
and Leverkusen right on the river.
I get it, but Saarbrücken would be his natural pick, you would think. Saarbrücken. It's right in Saarland.
But that's
on the fucking river. Saarland.
But the river, isn't this the river going through here that cuts down?
No. It's just the blue line. So he's talking about Saar, Rhineland. That's Saarbrücken. That's the Saarland. That would be, like I said earlier, Saarbrücken would be his team, but I think they're in 3rd division currently, maybe 4th. But if you want to go pure heritage, that's your baby, would be my guess. Okay? That'd be your baby if you want to go with it. Wouldn't be my pick. Wouldn't be my pick because they're never going up anywhere and doing anything. But if you want to go pure heritage, right on the Rhine, that's your team.
Yeah, I mean it's right there. Duh.
Yes.
I mean, again, mine's right there.
Yeah, it's still not on the river. It's still in the Saar region, right? But yeah, if you want to go pure, you go Saarbrücken. I think they're in the 3rd, maybe the 4th division. I think they're in the 3rd Bundesliga right now. Bundesliga 3. So that's where you could go.
This is the Rhine River right here. Isn't it?
I think if you click on the
It comes
river,
down.
separating
down here, but
what about the line here? That line separating.
So no,
France?
the Rhine River goes right here where mine's is basically, and that comes down to France right here.
Okay, but that's what traditionally people think of. The Rhine typically is known as separating Germany from France. There are probably other rivers involved here, but the dark one is what we're talking about.
That's a border, dude. That's not, as far as I know, that's not a river. It could be a river, for all I know. But the Rhine River.
It is a river.
That's fine. I'm saying this right here is the Rhine River. This blue line right here that comes all the way down to separate Germany from France right here.
If you blow it up, is that not the Rhine? Rhine separating Germany and France?
Right here, yes.
But all of it.
No, this right here, no. And as far as I know,
it's not a fucking river.
When I looked up on Google this right here, this word, I saw Rhine River right here next to where mine's is basically this right here. This is listed as the Rhine River.
I'm not dealing with that. I'm going to look this up myself at this point. What river separates the France and Germany?
There. You see?
The Rhine River.
That's what this is.
Yeah, that's what we've been looking at.
No. You're saying it's over here, bordering Luxembourg and separating France and Germany.
No, we're looking specifically at the Saar region. That's still the Rhine.
This right here is not.
What river is that?
Look. So it goes right here. It's going through Germany, and then it cuts down to cut off France right here.
What river is it?
This right here is the Rhine.
Yes.
This is still Germany right here. Well, yeah. So this is still Germany right here. You can see. Go back to it. The Rhine comes right here, and then it cuts down to the France.
Okay.
This is not the Rhine River. This border. This is the border.
It's just a border.
That's just the border. Yes.
They sure look like rivers.
Well, I mean, it's transfer market. See, look, these aren't all rivers, Derek. These are borders.
Most borders are formed by rivers, Brett.
Well, I'm saying that not all borders are rivers.
All right. Before we start to make ourselves look completely idiotic,
I pulled the actual river up. It's right here, and I have an actual other map indicating where the Rhine River is. Guess what's not right here? It doesn't. There may be a small river, I don't know, but the actual Rhine River separates right here.
Well, I'm trying to pull it up myself.
That's fine. You can just ignore the evidence that I'm showing you.
Well, no, I'm looking at it myself.
Yeah. Ignoring evidence.
I'm not an expert on rivers, obviously. But it does look like that it goes north and it separates France and Germany up until it gets to about Strasbourg. Then it stops separating. And then you have, well, this fucking map is not very good. Because I'm on Bing. That's why. Bing is bullshit. Their fucking shit is crap. So let me go to an actual road map. Anyhow, you're right. It does cut in, but the main river was always the Rhine. Now it cuts up to the left. There's another one. The Seine, I believe it's the Seine. I haven't looked it up yet. So the Rhine goes and becomes the Seine as it goes north. Seine. I'm going to look that up next. Seine River. Anyhow, this is really not. Now it's become a geography thing, right?
Yeah, fuck it. Let's go through errors.
So up to Strasbourg and beyond, it is still the Rhine. Okay. Strasbourg being on the French side. Saarbrücken still being in the Saar area. And now we are looking at, I believe, the Seine. So that is a river all the way up. Those borders are all rivers. Regardless, it's definitely not, as you said, it's not the Rhine the whole way. It becomes the Seine. Seine. There's a song I wrote called From the Rhine to the Seine. So you are correct in assuming that it's not the same river. That does look like a road, though, honestly. Anyhow, we're not geography experts, so we're just going to cut it off here. It's been fun. I will take a closer look at this map later to find out where the Rhine becomes the Seine, and etc. And we'll just leave it at that. All right. I'm sure there are lots of riverways.
$5 well spent there, Ashton.
Yeah. Fucking send us down a total shit loop. All right. Have a great night, guys. We'll see you soon. Cheers.
That hurt.
Welcome to the post-match press conference of the match between...
Sometimes people have sex in different ways.
69.
And one way is a type of sex called oral sex.
It's really good. You know,
I don't particularly enjoy it.
set the right tone and set the standards.
No, it's not one of my favorites.
The knowledge and also experience from different people. And
Only if you're doing it right.
I am very good.
Every man thinks he knows which positions women love, but most are completely wrong.